Bienvenue, willkommen, welcome. This is Impossible Coin. And somewhere in West Texas, fully ensconced in his heart, deeply enraptured in his eyeballs, and balls deep in his soul, is Rocky Hardy watching a bunch of League of Legends from France?
God, I wish I was in France. No, they're just doing the tournament there. And like, I finally get to watch Worlds at a reasonable hour. I'm trying to revel in it. What up, y'all? Nice.
And able to put together some bail money. And here to tell you that you still don't have to like spend your entire life in jail if you made meth in a Walmart bathroom, Tegan Somerset.
I mean, that does sound like a very Ohio experience, but you know I wouldn't get caught. Let's be real.
Tegan out of here bragging about her Walmart meth skills.
That sounds like Tegan.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
That's because the trick is you don't do it in the Walmart bathroom, you do it in the Dollar Tree bathroom.
Ooh.
There's sex trafficking out of the Walmart bathroom. That's going to get busted every other week.
Next level.
I want to let you know that's a thing that actually happened at my local Walmart.
I want to let you know that the thing that happened at my local Walmart was people making fucking meth in the bathroom.
Walmarts, why do you suck our souls out and then bring out the worst in people? It's because you suck the souls out first. You gotta do that last.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Tegan, it is literally their fucking slogan. Walmart, we suck the souls out of people. To be fair, like, the book section in a Walmart is always a wrong bookstore.
Oh, God damn it. I keep forgetting that they have a book section.
Yeah.
Wait, is it like a real book section, or is it like the book section, like your Giant Eagle or your Acme or your Kroger or whatever, your Food Lion?
Well, the thing is that with 900 million square feet, you can take the experience of that aisle, you know, at the Giant Eagle, and then turn it into something that looks like a whole store.
Yeah, they're like half like aisles, but there's like 12 of them. That's
right.
A lot.
And you can be like, how many copies of like large print, oversized Stephen King paperbacks can you have? And I did not know there were this many copies of Field and Stream.
I see.
Legend has it that they move at least 10,000 copies of Eat, Pray, Love every year.
Oh, no. Oh, God. Eat, Pray, Meth. God. Have you guys, in your various smaller than my metro area lives, had the service Go Puff roll out to your areas yet?
No.
What the fuck is a GoPuff?
Okay.
What the fuck is that?
So...
What is...
okay, so GoPuff is like, alright, Postmates is huge, and various other food delivery services are huge. What if there was basically a delivery service that was just like, we bring you only things which are garbage from a convenience store? And they're able to, like, cut down on delivery time and costs, because instead of running out to a convenience store for the shit from a convenience store that they bring you,
they already have a warehouse.
They have a warehouse.
Okay.
Yeah, so instead of being, like, dudes who, like, say, run to the nearest Sizzler to go pick up your crappy dinner, they have a bunch of dudes hanging out at a warehouse, I guess, probably watching Pornhub, waiting for a call to come in.
There's 3 in Houston. There are 3 different locations in Houston. I'm on the website.
Okay.
There's 3 different locations in Houston. That's ridiculous.
I'm actually, like, interested how long it'll take for, like, 7-Eleven or whoever to just, like, repurpose one of their old warehouses and just, like, buy a shit ton of drones and just run it that way.
Yeah.
Rocky, there is one in El Paso. You could try the service.
I don't want to do that.
You could do it, though. You could.
I might do it.
If I ever find myself at your place, I'm sure it's too full of healthy food, and I will have to use the service.
Oh, man. We were talking last night about how Mexican food here is just, like, straight up Mexican food. And we're, like, everywhere else, it's, like, Tex-Mex at best. And I was talking to a friend of mine when I was about, like, some of the time that I spent in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Someone took me to, like, they swore by this, like, Mexican restaurant. They served, like, burritos. And, like, the burritos were fine. But honestly, I've had better burritos at 2 a.m. at this dive bar where, like, a vendor walks in and selling them for $2.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, we were like, he was just like, really, is like that much different, dude? Like, honestly, if we got some money together, we could go to New York and just like serve 2 different kinds of burritos and clean up. We could definitely do it.
It is really bizarre because, like, and I'm sure you've noticed this, Rocky, when you talk to somebody who doesn't live in the Southwest, like, how weirdly defensive they get about the quality of Mexican food from their region.
They really do, yeah.
Yeah. And
Mexican food in Ohio sucks. We know it. It sucks.
The thing is, Tegan, is that while you are taking a reasonable and humble attitude, I guarantee you I could knock on doors up and down your fucking street and find at least 4 people who are like, you should try this taco. And I'd be like, no,
don't try the taco.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
Yeah, like, your taco's a known quantity, bro. So, like, I'm here to tell you, it's not good. And
I already told you about the quality of tacos we got up here.
Yeah. It's a whole
We
thing.
did a whole episode on it.
It's true.
Also, I don't like tacos, so, like, I'm probably not an authority.
Sure.
Oh, man.
Sure. But, like, I mean, that's the whole thing is like, as Rocky can tell you, like, once you live in the Southwest for a while, you kind of get used to there being such a variety of Mexican food. You're no longer even like, this is a Mexican restaurant. You're like, oh, I'm going to go get a $2 burrito at 3 a.m. from this Sonoran restaurant.
Yeah. Brian, there was this one time I went to Dallas. I was visiting a friend, and they wanted to show me some nachos in Dallas.
Oh, no.
We went to this, like, you know, a double $sign restaurant. I'm like, okay, maybe they got some nachos. I know it's Tex-Mex, but what are we going to do? The nachos were dry tortilla chips with tuna tartare.
Fuck that. Fuck them. Fuck that.
De-seeded jalapenos with, like, a drizzle of, like, a sweet chipotle sauce.
What the fuck?
And I looked at the menu because I thought I was reading it wrong. Like, maybe I just ordered the wrong shit. Who knows? And I read through it, but that is the description that they had under their nachos. I wish they had put in quotation marks.
That sounds like a fake fancy nacho.
Oh.
It is a fake fancy nacho, Tegan.
It's so fucking gross.
Like, hey, I'm trying to be fancy. Here's my nachos with a twist.
But here's the thing, Tegan, they didn't even have cheese on it. There was no cheese on the so-called nacho. That's all nachos are, right, Brian?
And it's a key.
Yeah, isn't it just cheese? Isn't it just like that, here we go. Here, it's just that, like, 4 cheese Mexican blend and, like, jalapenos, and that's it.
Hurt my feelings.
And, like, ground beef and stuff if you want, I guess.
Like, it's cheese and chips. Like, at the base level, it's all you really need.
Those are the tentpoles.
Some people use jalapeno, some people throw in other peppers, some people use tomato. You can add proteins if you like, but if it's not cheese and chips, it's not nachos. Like, it's a bare minimum. And
it's
you can
nacho
like
cheese.
You can like microwave some Velveeta and put them with some tortilla chips, and you can call those nachos, and that would be fine.
Gross.
Oh boy.
Gross.
Wah.
Sounds fake, but okay.
Yeah, right? Fuck.
I mentioned GoPuff because
You've utilized the service.
I have utilized this service. And they are the reason why, as we record this episode at like around 8 a.m. local time, Brian's sitting here with a mango White Claw.
They pick up alcohol?
It's from a court. Wait, Arizona has like a lot more lax rules on like alcohol.
Yep.
Really? You could have someone deliver alcohol?
Yes.
You can have someone deliver alcohol? What?
Mm-hmm.
Are you shitting me?
A man brought mango White Claw to my house.
That's ridiculous. That seems so illegal.
Well, like,
wow, that seems so illegal.
It's illegal here too, but like also I remember one time I was in, I want to say Tucson, where like we were walking through a Target and they just had bottles of Jack on the shelves, and I was just like, wait, what? Like, can they do this? Turns out everyone else is cool with it.
No, they can do that. Like, that's a thing here. Like, wherever can sell, as long as it's got, like, the licensing and stuff, but, like, delivery?
Here we can't even, it can't be in our groceries. Like, that's the deal.
It can't be in your grocery store?
Yeah, like, there's wine and beer you can do. You can't do liquor.
Yeah, booze is weird.
What?
That's the way it is in Virginia, Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Beer and wine in the grocery, no booze. Booze has to be at a state-controlled store.
Right.
And booze is not on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I forget if we can. Don't. 8 a.m. 8 Dude. Dude, it's 8 a.m.
Yep.
We're professionals.
I am a professional, and that's why I'm enjoying this mango flavor.
Yeah, your mango fucking seltzer water.
That's right.
Fucking disgusting garbage.
Jesus.
Relax.
Bitter nastiness. No, thank you.
Jesus.
God.
I have decided that I owe an apology to our listeners and an apology to Tegan. Let me do Tegan first.
Oh, okay.
Then I'll do the listeners. Tegan, I have yet to fuck with the new link.
Oh, god damn it.
Huh?
Really?
Tegan?
Yeah.
Go ahead and work it out of your system. Just know that we can't spend 100 years on it.
I'm gonna level with y'all. I had an awkward Legend of Zelda realization the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
You know the secret ending in Link's Awakening?
No idea, but continue.
There's a secret ending in Link's Awakening where if you beat the game without dying, in the Game Boy and Game Boy Color version, Marin got like little wings like a fairy and flew away, and in the Switch version, you see her face and then there's this seagull that flies away, and the implication is that like she somehow escaped the island sort of thing, or like her spirit has, or whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was a secret ending. I thought that was the regular ending.
Are you out here humble bragging about how good you are at this fucking game?
Yeah.
Just this one game. Just this one game. This is the only game I'm good at.
Let her have
This
the
is
game,
the
man.
only game I'm good at. But
That's fine. I'm just like...
Yeah, no, so like someone was like, "Oh yeah," and I got the secret ending, and I'm like, "The secret ending? What's the secret ending?" And they're like, "Oh, well, I'm not gonna tell you." And then I'm like, "Okay, so I gotta look up what the frickin' secret ending is." So I YouTube the secret ending, and I'm like, "That's the regular ending." Oh wait,
Turns out Tegan's just a boss at this game. That's just it. That's great.
oops.
Oh,
I'm
man.
a B. But yeah, that's it. It's good. It's a good game. Wow, it's a good game. I love it.
In my defense, I have had the following bullshit unfold since it has arrived.
Please tell us your bullshit.
I have had to take my car to the Firestone twice since it has arrived.
Hold on, arrived? Does that mean you have a new car that's fucking up?
No. The car I have, so since it has arrived, I'm referring to my copy of...
He ordered his, like, via mail.
Yes.
He didn't go
Oh,
pick it up at a shop. He had to wait for it to arrive via Pelican or whatever.
No, I ordered a copy from my employer. But since it has arrived, I've been to my Firestone 4 times across 2 visits, because in the first visit, my car was there over 2 days. And that translated to the Firestone being like, "What, bro? It's just the sensor on your tire. Your tire is fine."
It's never just the fucking sensor. That's fucking bullshit.
Yep, you are correct, Tegan. It was certainly not the sensor. And I should have known this because I had a similar experience recently with the headlight on my car, where they're like, "Nah, dude, it's just the connector's dirty. There's nothing wrong with the headlight." And I'm like, really? Because it goes off all the fucking time. But anyway, that's a whole other long story, which is boring and will make people turn this show off. I've been to the Firestone an exhausting amount of time in the last 2 weeks.
Well, here's the thing. I just have to stop and remind you that the Switch is a portable system, so you could have taken that with you.
Okay.
But continue.
That...
You were playing Hearthstone on your phone. I know. It's okay. I forgive you.
Okay, and that's a problem. And that is a problem that we had discussed on the last episode, where I was like, gosh, if I could just have back the time I spent playing Hearthstone, I could do everything else in my life.
Well, Brian copes with Hearthstone.
There was a day this week where I was at work so late that the kids at the local college started pouring out into the street to the bars, which are on the street where my office building is. And I could hear 20-somethings going woo.
You heard some woos?
I heard some woos.
Girls? Some woo-woo girls?
Well, it was a multi-gender woo. It was there was there was woo, and then there was like woo.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I was like, oh my god, what time is it? And I was like, oh, I'm at the office and it's 9:30.
Wylan.
They're going out to the bar at 9:30? That's early.
Tegan, be nice to these college kids.
That's
Tegan.
early.
Tegan, I know.
Tegan,
Yeah.
this is a situation where I can say to you, do you remember being that young?
Yeah, I went to the bar at 10:30 at night.
Same. That's kind of the meta.
Now, picture this. You're dead inside and all you have is that.
Yeah, that sounds like my junior year of college. I went every Wednesday. We did karaoke. I got really, really drunk a lot.
Yo,
It was a
I also
good
did Wednesday night
time.
karaoke, but it was emo music. It was the best.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Fucking emo.
Emo
a
never
different conversation.
dies. You just suppress it.
Yeah. And you let it out on Wednesdays, whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
On Wednesday.
You hear Mr. Brightside and you just fucking lose it.
And I have had a rather time-consuming project, which I have brought home with me every day from work, where
Is that legal?
a stakeholder has said, hey, I want this data, and I want this data by this day. And I'm like, oh, there's no way I can complete this experiment by this day. If I just do this experiment during these hours, I guess I'll do it at home too.
You are salaried, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, if you're hourly, I fucking hope you're clocking in for that shit.
No. Daddy has a grown-up job.
I want a grown-up job.
Yeah.
When do I get to be salaried? Never.
It'll happen. Tegan?
I
It fucking won't. It fucking won't.
Tegan? You work at Risk now. Papa's proud.
I do.
Papa's proud.
I do. I got a risk job.
Papa's
I'm
proud,
gonna
Get
be.
after it.
I'm gonna be so good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show up to work and I'm gonna be good. And I'm gonna bust those identity thieves.
You're going to find those fucking nerds and you're going to destroy them.
Heck yeah, I am.
That's right.
Me and my fucking Funko Pikachus are gonna kick their ass.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I should probably decorate my desk. I'll deal with that later.
Decorate your desk when you feel like you're gonna stay there for a while. Don't do it before then.
True.
And I'm all in at my very large company job for a company which is unnamed.
You can just say at your job. We don't have to. We don't have to make it a
fun,
secret.
Teeks.
Yeah, I guess. Okay,
Tegan?
fine. You're having fun.
Tegan?
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm
Are
sorry.
you unfamiliar with how
sorry.
bits work? I mean, you do them all the time.
I do them all the time, but I also like shit all over your stuff all the time. That's part of a bit that we do.
So this is a bit on top of a bit.
It's a double bit.
It's bit Jenga.
It's a bit snail house.
Oh, Rocky with the snail house.
What's a snail house?
It's at this point, snail house is a callback. I mean, come on.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
That's last
Sure.
week's episode.
Yeah, okay. I haven't heard it yet, so
Okay,
it's cool.
all right, Tegan.
Yeah.
I have to call out a difference in personal experience.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so on an episode without you,
Mm-hmm.
Rocky fucking calls me out in this way on the episode, like inside of like 20 minutes.
What do you do?
He just throws it in here all casual, like.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. You know, Brian. What happened?
He goes, I know you don't listen to the show when you're not on it.
Wait, did I actually do that on the show? I thought
Yes,
I did
you
that like-
did, Rocky.
That's
Oh, fuck.
great. Wow, that's amazing.
But, like, you know what those descriptions look like.
Look, first of all, my descriptions are amazing.
I'm not saying they're bad. Like, they're incredibly
They're fun.
comedic.
I'll give him
And
that.
at this point, like, my descriptions are a bit for episodes I'm not on. Like, it's an ongoing gag at this point.
Yes, definitely true.
So, all right, Tegan. So, for your reference, here is the description of the most recent episode of Impossible Coin that I was not on.
You're aware that Brian is on this one and has an awareness of the content. If he wasn't, he has listened to the episode and knows what it's about. Featuring no public domain music. Yep. That sounds about right.
You know,
Oh, man.
Yep. Okay, to be fair, I literally just haven't gotten to it.
Yeah, Tegan
I'm
actually
going to
usually
listen
listens
to
every
it.
episode.
right.
I just
And
haven't.
like, for fucking Rocky's point of reference, the very first time Brian ever missed an episode, the first thing he did the following week was to say to Rocky, "So you burned down your kitchen like an asshole, huh?"
Oh, yeah, that was... Oh, God.
Which required me to have listened to the episode.
Yeah, definitely. I totally get that.
And so, like, for Rocky to be like, "Yeah, I just know it's SOP for you not to listen to it when you're not here." And I'm like, Rocky, it's hurtful.
I'm sorry, man.
It's hurtful, Rocky.
You know I'm not here to hurt you.
I'm just saying, you were just so casual about that murder. You're just like, I just got this knife. But, okay, so, Tegan, to bring up to speak, since you haven't had chance to listen to it yet, and you intend to...
I do.
Snail House is a thing. Okay. Snail House is a term used by the Hitman developers to describe level design, which forces the players into a spiral pattern of like a ever shrinking concentric circle. So like forcing the players to kind of like wrap around themselves in tinier and tinier circles in like level design.
Alright.
Yep. So like if you were to look at the map from a top down, it would look
It'd be a little spiral like a snail shell. I got it.
Yes.
I pick it up.
It is a snail house.
It's a house where a snail lives.
This is all like a tangent inside of it. This is fucking tangent inception. This is tangent inception.
This is what happens when you're an old man, Brian.
Okay. All right, yes. Where we were. Two apologies. Haven't played Link's Awakening yet. It's gonna happen. I think that the first time I'll have, like, time I can sit down and play it is Tuesday when I become 40 years old. So.
Oh, shit! You thought we were gonna forget.
You did forget, you dumb motherfucker.
Well, you got me there.
Yeah. That's right. Sounds like you just don't listen to the episodes you're not on, Rocky.
Oh my god!
Look, I'm on fire today, guys.
You are.
I'm
like Rocky, I have, when you mentioned your birthday the first time, I put it in my phone as a reminder.
Yeah.
It's also on my phone.
Yeah, this is one of those ones you fear. You know, you look at it and you're like, oh god, I'm dying.
Why?
This is an I'm dying birthday.
You're dying.
Yes.
Thank God. I can't wait to die. It's gonna be so good.
So the other apology I have is to our listeners. Yes. Which is, guys, I told you that I'd have a Patreon you could throw money at like 2 weeks ago. Basically what's going to happen is I'm going to get out of the doghouse with either Tegan or our listeners first when I look at some time that I can have to myself where I don't have any other thing prioritized. And it's either going to be play Link's Awakening first or set up the Patreon first. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be play Link's Awakening first because I want to sit on my ass and play video games.
See, here's the thing, is I'm pretty sure it's going to be neither.
Oh, no.
You're going to play Hearthstone again, and you're going to forget about it for another week.
Wait, Brian, what about the trial that you were considering?
Rocky, do you mean the don't play Hearthstone for 10 days?
For 10 days, yes.
And here's the part where Tegan should just start screaming and say, I was right, you're trash.
He failed on day 2.
Day 2, Tegan. Day 1.
Oh, yeah!
Brian, you gotta replace the habit.
I figured you were busy for at least one day. Like, one day you probably were too busy to play Hearthstone. But no. Man.
They ran an event called 6 Shooter, where you had to make a deck out of only 6 cards. And I was like, this appeals to my sophisticated nature. Because if you have to make a deck from 6 cards with no duplicates, then the way you're thinking about deck construction is entirely different.
Yeah.
And so it was like, you get 6 cards, no duplicates, and every time your deck runs out of cards, we just replace it with 6 of the same cards. And I'm like, oh man, that sounds pretty cool. And like, while the 6 Shooter event was running, guys, I played so much Hearthstone. So not only did I not stop for 10 days, Rocky, I played more.
I didn't want to do this.
Oh, here it comes.
Brian?
Yes, Father?
I will start playing...
Oh, no, you're not going to Dota threaten me, are you?
Warframe with you.
Ooh.
If it helps you with your Hearthstone habit.
Ooh.
Tegan?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you still have that game where, like, anime girls have dresses on your phone?
I do still have it on my phone, but I have not opened it in, 4 weeks.
Well, fuck, there goes that as a mechanism.
I have been playing Animal Crossing Pocket Camp every day, though.
Okay, all right, which you recognize as scientifically trash.
Yes, but I also have not spent any money on it.
Tegan, that's not the fucking point. That's not what we're talking about.
It is scientifically trash, but there is a Halloween event going on, and I am wearing a pumpkin on my head, so...
Tegan?
I have 5 different pumpkin colors I can choose from now.
Tegan?
And I'm trying to catch bony fish, yes. Hello.
How do you feel about not playing bad fake Animal Crossing for 10 days?
I think I could do it.
Okay.
Can I play bad fake Digimon instead?
Of course.
No, the whole point of this is to get our time back.
Oh, we have time? You have time?
No,
Brian has time.
You have time you can get back?
I mean, that's the whole fucking point, Tegan. Whether it's 20 minutes here, 30 minutes there, if there's time that you're just spending fucking off with bad fake Animal Crossing or bad fake Digimon.
You know what? Actually, here, I'll do this, okay? I won't read a fan fiction for 10 days.
Oh, is that your,
Tegan's fanfiction?
I have read probably 6 books worth of fan fiction in the last week. Full on, Harry Potter books worth of fan fiction.
I want to find the people who wrote them in yellow.
Let me look. Let me check my wellness thing on my stupid phone to tell you how long I've been reading fucking fan fiction.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. It's bad, I'm sure. Let's see.
So what you're saying is you got a fiction addiction.
Digital well-being. I do. Mm-hmm. Show my data.
Tegan, this is a safe place. Tegan, it's
I opened my phone 45 times on Sunday.
Okay.
Only 15 times on Monday, but I did spend, 14 hours in my internet browser on Monday. 14 hours worth of reading there. And that's the low end, apparently.
Okay. All right.
Oh, ouch.
Okay. This is good. As I said, it's a safe place. We don't judge here. We understand. As
14 hours and 34 minutes, 14 hours and 12 minutes.
We might not understand that much.
Damn, Brian.
It's just reading. It's just reading, though. That's the thing. Pretend it's a Nook or whatever, or a Kindle or whatever the fuck you want. That's all I'm doing is reading.
We actually do understand that much. Or just saying that, okay, we've all got things which are bad habits where we waste time in our lives. And
yeah, that's a lot
and
of
for
time.
mine, even when the Hearthstone meta is at its worst, and I hate it, I will pull out a Hearthstone and be like, well, I hate this. Time to sit here for 2 hours. And I definitely have times where I'm like, gosh, if I had those 2 hours back, I could have played a video game, I could have watched a movie, I could have watched some fucking graps, you name it. The time spent on Hearthstone is bad. It's bad. So if you want to join with me in reclaiming this time, I will be your beacon of strength if you will be my beacon of strength.
I'm not very strong, but I will do my best.
All right, there we go.
I can do that.
I'll rephrase it in a way that has teeth. I will shame you.
All right. Well, I mean, okay. So if I'm reading that much fan fiction this week, we've got a problem because I do have to spend like 9 hours at work.
That does sound important, yeah.
So that would be literally my entire week awake. Literally.
Yeah.
I've done it before, but you know.
I really want to get that Patreon to you, gentle listeners. I really do. Because I need for you, listeners, to make me anime.
Please make him anime. Please. Please. The new series of My Hero Academia just started.
It just started.
It's good and they're pure and they just
Tegan,
dicked around at school.
You're
yes.
assuming that the way I'm going to be anime is that way. There are many ways to be anime.
Well, but you could be that way with us.
Brian, you think that's the only show you're gonna watch? Oh my god,
Brian, you think we're only gonna make you watch one show? There's like
cute.
30, there's like easily 30 to 60 different shows going on in any season.
Tegan?
And if you miss it, you're fucked.
Tegan,
Yeah.
let me contextualize that statement.
Yeah.
You think Stardom is the only promotion you're going to watch?
Stardom's probably the one I'm gonna focus on.
Oh man, I'm actually still like dreading watching like that Makai subtitle. It's so long. It's a whole movie, Brian.
It's a wrestling show.
It's an hour and 20 minutes. There's 2 of them.
But we'll watch it together. It'll be okay.
True. We'll get there.
So, this is a podcast, and listeners, what I'll say, it is a podcast of broadening scope, but ostensibly, the core tentpole, the biggest tentpole, is video games. And on that note, Rocky, tell me about what television you've been watching.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. So, my current lineup is This Is Us on Tuesdays, and I'm doing the NBC Thursday comedy because I'm a fraud, and that's what I do with my life. So
Rocky,
I'm watching.
if you're a fraud, I'm a fraud. But continue.
I'm watching The Good Place, which is arguably the best television show on television right now. I'm also watching Perfect Harmony, which is what NBC is calling the best new comedy, which means they're desperate and they want people to watch it. I'm watching a bit of Sunnyside, but I haven't watched this week's episode. Letterkenny comes back next week, which I'm really excited about.
I have so many Perfect Harmony feelings.
And Superstore, which is, you know, still fucking fantastic. And, oh man, I already forgot her name, but she's like on SNL. Heidi Gardner, excuse me, guest starred on this week's Superstore. She was pretty good as like Dina's foil and like Garrett's new love interest, which is, you know, weird, but you know, that shit kind of happens at Walmart, man. I don't know. Fuck.
Other than sex trafficking and meth. So, Perfect Harmony.
It's whack.
It really is. Is it on probation with you? Because like it's on probation with me.
Yeah, man, I'm giving it the 6 episodes. It's which is now officially the Seinfeld rule.
Yeah.
But I watched the first 2 episodes, and they were things that were on my television, and that's about the best thing I can say about it, I think.
Yep.
There were people there. Some of them sang.
Yep. I can definitely say that Perfect Harmony enabled the Hearthstone problem.
Oh, man.
The Good Place.
Oh, dude.
I feel like for me, the only arguments against The Good Place being the best show on television are On Becoming a God in Central Florida and Mr. Robot.
I don't think either of those count because On Becoming a God in Central Florida is like Showtime, I think.
It is.
And I think Mr. Robot's like cable. So I guess like it's the best show on broadcast television.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I would say. Yeah.
Undisputed. 4-season champion.
But yeah, Chillaxing was great. Cheaty's like misery is always delicious. But like I feel it every time. Like when he was doing when he had to try to walk out that motorcycle. And like Tahani is definitely going down the wrong road with John right now. That is going to blow up in her face. It's just going to take a couple episodes, I think.
All right. So The Good Place is a show which has, since its famous swerve in the first season, become kind of notable for being a thing that fans can sit there with the cork board and the crazy faces.
Yeah.
Rocky, hit me with your current Good Place theories.
I think the fact that they put Cheaty in the experiment, wasn't a boon to the group. Like, I think it's that the judge, like, knows that they're going to fail, and there's some other, like, meta experiment going on that Michael is also possibly in on. I think there's something to the fact that, like, Jason is growing in this environment. It would be really cool if that was just the character and he was evolving, but, like, that's, like, kind of counter with the character that he is. So, like, it would be interesting if, like, Jason was somehow a plant. Like, because the whole point of this current experiment is to prove that humans can get better, and that's, like...
The way people get judged to get into the good place needs to change because of...
unintended consequences.
Scope of impact and unintended consequences, and more, as Eleanor put it in season 3, there's a delicious chicken sandwich that when you eat it, it means you hate gay people. Here's my working theory. Michael and Janet have been replaced. There was a very broad and obvious moment in the season 4 premiere where one of the 4 humans turned out to be a demon who had to be sent back to the bad place.
Right.
Which was why the 4th human was replaced by Chidi. So, the fake person, the fake demon, got taken onto a train bound for the bad place by Michael and Janet. They went onto the train with the demon. And then we see Michael and Janet get off the train. We don't see what happens on the train. At no point do they cut to events inside the train. Sean the Demon on The Good Place has not been established as a dumb character. To have Sean, like, send a demon who is stupid, who he knows is just going to, like, start kicking people and walk around with it, like, the dumbest demon we have ever had introduced to us is the one that he sent.
Right. And it was presumably bait to get them to have to go to the bad place.
Yeah. Because in the season 3 finale, Sean showed us that he has perfected a Michael suit for torturing the humans. And the original intended purpose of the fake Good Place in season 1 was to make humans torture each other. And when I think about what fucking Eleanor did in the most recent episode, which drove her to tears, it was Michael telling her, like, you've got to torture Chidi. You've got to torture him. And I think about, like, the way that Janet has seemingly suddenly become very bad at being a Janet. You know, like, handing Tahani the boxing gloves, and it's a little bit, and it's kind of just a small gag to most viewers, but
in the context of this show, that could be a bigger deal.
Yeah, and longtime fans will know that if all Janet did was tell Jason, you know, Blake Bortles is no longer on the Jaguars, haha, but you're like, oh, damn. When you start to see the other things that Janet is doing, you're like, oh, Janet is here to torture people now. You know, here you are in eternity now, knowing that, like, Blake Bortles is no longer a Jag. Like, it feels like what's happening is Michael and Janet, as they are torturing our residents. It feels like all the suggestions that Janet is providing to Tahani
are not good ones.
Are not good ones, and are making her fall into old bad habits. She's kind of like advocating for Tahani to become, you know, Tahani when she was alive. Please be vapid. Please be shallow. Please be mean. That's my working theory. Michael and Janet are no longer Michael and Janet. They got replaced on the train, and that last shot from the most recent episode is real Michael having escaped the bad place on his way back.
That could be cool. That's a good twist.
You know, because when you put somebody in a fucking, like, big Grim Reaper robe, you know, it kind of, like, hides his shape and reduces, you know, guesswork based on who they are. So it just seems like that's the kind of thing where we're going to cut to that guy on that, like, pump cart every episode or two. Like, that guy's still on his way. And he's eventually going to show up in a few episodes and be like, hey, guys, it's me, Michael. I got kidnapped by the bad place. With what we get to have the revelation that despite being intentionally tortured by a fake Michael, Eleanor still managed to become better. It ultimately won't matter that all of the humans don't become better.
Right, because you need to prove that someone can get better.
Right. It'll be like, okay, despite the fact that, like, what's happened here is that the experiment got soiled and screwed with by the bad place, the original humans became better. I'm really curious about the peanut butter jar scene.
Yeah, no, like, it's fucking, he's just like, it's like, what did they actually say to them? It's just like, hey, we need your jar. I was like, cool, where's the jar? And he's just like, he's so dejected when he, like, responds.
He's like, you need me to open a peanut butter jar. And it seems to be like a thing which is, like, very, very specific and particular.
Like, he's on autopilot. Like, this is something that he's just used to doing when he's feeling like this.
I'm not willing to throw it out that way.
Okay.
I'm wondering if some being didn't present itself to Jason that looks like Michael or Janet and say something that sounds like, I need you to open a peanut butter jar.
Oh, like they tricked him into doing something and he just thought it was a peanut butter jar or something?
Or he's a doofus and they said something and the words he heard were peanut butter jar because he's not that bright.
Sure.
Yeah. So this feels like the kind of thing which is supposed to be like easy, simple joke now, but then come back and rear its head later because, like, okay, what's happening here is that we're revealing that there is some, like, force which has exposed itself to Jason. Like, what if, you know, real Michael had some way of, like, projecting himself but not physically showing up to Jason and was like, I just need you to open the so-and-so so I can just show up. And, like, Jason didn't understand it because he thought that Michael was already in the neighborhood. That seems to be the kind of thing that, like, would just be too hard for Jason to understand. Like, I'm talking to someone astral projecting, or I'm talking to somebody, you know, via this community. Like, it feels like he wouldn't be able to process it. And if somebody told him some kind of, like, I just need you to open this thing in that context, and it was a person that he thought was literally just down the town square, that he would be like, oh, okay, so you just need me to open the like, it would not surprise me at all if when the guy who gets off the pump hand cart teased at the end of the most recent episode and reveals himself to be Michael, is like, I could have shown up earlier, but I tried to get Jason to open a portal, but, you know, he couldn't do it or wouldn't, like...
He couldn't figure it out.
I feel like this conversation is going to come back.
That would fit given the shape that we have. Because he can't ask Eleanor, because Eleanor would try to do too much. He can't ask Tahani, because Tahani, like, couldn't be inconspicuous about it.
Right.
And he can't ask Chidi for, like, obvious reasons.
Right. For all of those reasons, I feel like, especially considering how much we've seen Jason becoming, like, a more important linchpin, Pamela Anderson motorcycles and all, that he was the one who was tasked with opening a portal and just couldn't pull it together. It was that he was specifically asked to open something that started with a P.
Right.
Like, and I was like, all right, is he being asked to make a portal ajar? You know, like, ooh. But, Rocky, I see that you have more to bring to us than TV is pretty good. Apparently, you have also video games.
Yeah. I haven't been playing a lot this week. I'm behind on a lot of things. Like, I'm really behind on Monster Hunter.
Do you have a Hearthstone?
No, I don't.
Is it because of all the TV?
TV is a contributing factor because it's back, and, like, fall TV is, like, really important to me. But I have also like started a new job and I have like weird hours and like between that and like editing and like other responsibilities, I've kind of been all over the place. So I haven't had a lot of time to sit down on my like with consoles and whatnot. But I have been raiding because that's a commitment. So that's like blocked out 3 times a week or whatever. And I normally heal, and I still am, but I'm learning a new class, which is like really mechanically intensive. So I've also been putting time into like getting that muscle memory in. And like it's weird, man. Like I've talked about Monk and how it's like mechanically difficult, and it's mechanically difficult still. It's just like different. So like my old muscle memory is not helping me. So like I spend like a solid like half hour every night like before I go to sleep just like trying to hit this rotation. And it's really counterintuitive, but it's cool. It's a lot of damage. So like when I look at my numbers, I always feel better about it, but like before that, like when I'm just trying to hit the mechanics, like no, I pressed this button instead of this button, I'm an idiot. And it's just like ugh. But that's mostly where a lot of my week is gone. The rating's getting better. We're progressing through the content. Finally got our group on the 3rd fight consistently. Most of us are geared out. A couple of us are having we're still making jokes. We're having a good time. It's just this transition is like really awkward for me, but I'll get through it. By the time like the Yorha stuff comes out, like it'll be cool. Wait, have I told you guys about the Yorha stuff? Like
when you say Yorha, do you mean the Nier collaboration?
Yeah, like
okay.
Yeah, Yoko Taro's like putting together like a 24-man raid for us. That's supposed to be here at the end of this month. And I'm excited for it cuz that's going to be like the first like meta test of like my actual monk skills, so like if I can like survive under pressure. So that's why I'm trying to like clean up everything before then.
It's gonna be good.
I'm excited. Like
I'm excited.
Especially we have like we have a real like Nier stan in my static. Like he's like ride or die for the original Nier.
Was he?
Yeah, and like so I know, but he's a good guy, and we're all really excited because like the fashion is gonna be dope. We have actually like 3 like glamour players in our static, and so like we're really about like the new fashion, like what the new outfits are gonna look like. Our samurai has already like switched his glamour to just be wearing a blindfold at all times just to get into character.
Man, I want the blindfold.
I know, right? Tegan's great. We're a bunch of nerds, and so like we're also gonna put together like a whole like group like glamour thing because like we're not a full group right now. We're not 8 of 8. We're like 6 of 8 right now. So we usually have to like pick up like randos to like run stuff with.
Mm-hmm.
But usually we have like assigned spots because like we're a static group, but like randos will fuck with that. And so one of the things we want to do is just like get like coordinated like outfits. So like people are like, oh wait, these guys are pre-made. Like we're like, they're already going to their spots, whatever. And so like, it's just us getting our shit together, and we're going to use like Yorha to like fish for new glam and shit. Probably like
It's gonna be so cool.
I'm V excited.
It's gonna be so cool.
Also, like, I didn't play Nier Automata. I know, don't yell at me. But I just recently found out about this secret battle where you can fight, like, the president of Square Enix as, like, a secret optional boss.
Yeah!
This shit was goofy.
I'm trying to get there. It is hard.
I believe.
So Tegan does not believe that as a default boss fight.
No.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I know it's not a default boss fight.
I'm Tegan, I'm clowning on the thing that we talked about earlier.
I know, but like I know it's not a default boss fight, or you beat the game. There's a thing, you gave me the game for Christmas, and I played it, and then I played it a bunch, and I still think about playing it some more.
Tegan, you changed your name on Twitter to Root Letter.
I did change my name on Twitter to Root Letter. I decided what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change my name to whatever game I'm playing most.
That's cool.
Or whatever game I'm trying to focus on.
What is Root Letter?
Root Letter is a visual novel in the most literal sense.
Okay.
Not in the way that, like, it's a dating sim, because it's not. It's a murder mystery.
Okay.
And it was, like, originally released on the Vita in, like, 2016.
For sure.
And now they're doing an update and a re-release. And the update includes, like, live-action actors as well as the regular animated actors.
Whoa, so they're doing, like, FMV?
I mean, sort of, yeah.
Okay.
But not for everything. Like, mostly it's still just, like, the static images and stuff, like, throughout the game. But if there are parts that were animated, they are also played by live-action people.
Alright.
It's, neat. I know, Nico, I know. It's very neat. It's very neat. Here, come up and tell them all about my anime game. It's a good... I mean, it's a game. I don't know if it's, like, good yet, but I'm interested. So I'm, like, 2 chapters in about, and the premise is you're, like, helping clean up your parents' house, and you find a bunch of, like, letters that you exchanged with a pen pal when you were in high school. And so you're like, well, let's go see what it's like. And so you go to the town that she lives in, and it turns out not only does the house that she wrote from no longer exist because it was burnt to the ground 15 years ago, 25 years before that, the girl inside it died.
Alright.
But the last letter you got from her you never opened, and it starts with, I killed someone.
Oh, shit.
But apparently she's been dead before she was writing you those letters. Yep. You got haunted letters. Haunted letters from a dead girl, and it's a mystery.
Okay.
I am glad that we are full on into the age of some Vita shit coming out on the Switch now. Like, I got taken by surprise, when I was getting together my news stories for this week, and I saw a review on a site of a Switch release for Gun Pixies. And I was like, oh, wait, Gun Pixies came out for the fucking Switch?
Heck yeah, it did.
And it's like, yup, yes sir, all that Vita shit is now getting ported. Like, so like, we got used to like all of the Wii U ports to the Switch, like all the Wii U games coming to the Switch. I don't think we considered the possibility of all the fucking Vita games.
So many Vita games. I'm hyped.
So many Vita games. And like, goddamn, like, I think that if we were to have a contest for thirstiest console of all time, the Vita would win hands down. The Vita is easily the horniest console.
Oh yeah, for sure. There are so many dating games on the Switch now.
And like Gun
Pixies
is not a dating game, but it is deeply horny.
It is, yeah. That's a game that's horny on main. Really horny on main.
And it's like, oh my god, like, so all of a sudden, like, I'm just picturing some, like, fucking mom standing at a GameStop in, like, November and being like, well, I'm gonna get him the Mario. Here's Mario. Oh, there's 2 Zeldas. I'll get him 2 Zeldas. Which
Zelda is the better Zelda?
Which is the better Zelda?
They're different Zeldas!
He looks like a little elf on this Zelda.
Oh, God.
Oh my goodness, like, what's this game where they're shooting big ladies?
Oh, God. Oh my god. It's Gun Pixies. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
Is it really little people shoot big ladies with big panties? Is that this game?
Yeah, that's that game. That is that game. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And it is on a Nintendo console. Nintendo is now the thirstiest console.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with Sony, like, tightening up under the regime of Jim Ryan rules about, like, thirst on their consoles, like, there's been this whole fucking back and forth between, like, ArcSys and Sony, as, like, ArcSys has, like, submitted games for, like, approval. And Sony has like said fuck off, and now there's been like some other developers who had this experience, like Xseed. You know, like they submit games to Sony and Sony denies them. Yeah, they're like, please remove most of the thirst. And I'm like, are we living in a future where the horniest gaming place is Nintendo?
Yep.
It's like, not only are you playing with power, you're also playing with thirst. Like, I didn't expect that future. It's
an interesting future, that's for sure.
Nintendo, you're going to need to release a squeeze sports bottle for people.
No, they don't have to. They just need to they gotta get on that towel, the towel tech.
But the squeeze sports bottles because they're thirsty.
The Ring Fit Adventure is gonna usher in a bold new future of thirst video games.
Is it?
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Like
I'm interested, but okay. Oh, wait. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. I'm not interested anymore. I just thought about how that was going to work, and I'm not interested.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I took 2 extra seconds to think about it and went, nah.
A good rule of thumb for this world, Tegan, which is a bad rule of thumb, is think about something and go, how quickly can someone put their boner on that? And if the answer is, it's easier than landing a man on the moon, then they're going to put their boner on that.
Moon's haunted.
Oh, gotta get back in the ship.
Gotta get back in the ship. Moon's haunted.
Oh, God damn it. So, Tegan, is this Digimon game that you've listened to here, is that bad fake Digimon?
No, it's pretty standard fare Digimon game. I'm sure you saw earlier this week, or maybe you didn't if you don't follow me, that I retweeted somebody who was saying, like, the biggest disconnect.
Whoa, hold on a goddamn minute.
Like, keep up with her, not like click the follow button, Brian. Like, relax.
Chill out.
No, I will not relax.
Okay, I mean, you could do that too.
I have
what?
Actively been commenting on Tegan's content on Twitter, like, within the last 24 hours.
Yeah, no, I know. This isn't for you. This is for also our listeners who may not actually follow me on Twitter.
You have never shared your fucking Twitter handle for our listeners. So.
Yes, she has. She's done it like 3 times.
I have.
Never mind. I'm an idiot. Continue.
It's cool, Brian. You can't possibly bother to remember everything about everything. That's my job. I retweeted earlier this week, someone said the biggest disconnect between the Digimon, like, franchise for the shows and the Digimon franchise for the games is the franchise for the shows is like, you get one Digimon partner and it's your fucking best friend and soulmate forever, and like, you complete each other in a way you never knew you could, and like, it's great. And then the Digimon games are like, fuck it, have 200 Digimon. No one gives a shit. Which one do you like? I don't know. There's like fucking 27,000 Digimon. Pick one. It's in the game. Yay! Take it. I don't care. Which is all good fun. But it's like a squad game? I don't know how to... So I got my little Digimon. Your official partner Digimon for the show is like this hedgehog Digimon called Harrismon? I think that's his name. Pretty sure that's his name. I don't know. I've only played the game. The game's only been out a couple days. Harrismon is spelled Herissmon because fuck you. And he's like a little porcupine thing, whatever. Anyway, he shows up on your phone, and at first it's just like, oh, he's a cool, like, little phone app thing, and then something happens. You end up not in the real world, but not in the digital world for a bit, and, like, he comes out of your phone, and now he's gonna fight these things called spirals, which are not like the spirals in the anime, but are, like, wireframe Digimon that are Digimon, but aren't Digimon. This is par for Digimon, actually. You meet some other people who also have a Digimon partner. They both only have one Digimon partner, so whatever. There's a gacha element, because you summon Digimon using the in-game currency that you can earn from doing, like, the battles and stuff. And, like, you have to train your Digimon, but, like, you train them on, like on a running machine, and, like, with the punching bags and stuff. I don't know.
Alright.
I don't know what's going on. But anyway, when you're fighting the Digimon, you can have 8 Digimon on a team. and you can use all 8 Digimon to fight. And you can either just let it, like, fight on autopilot, where, like, it'll go through the, like, 2 to 3 rounds to get you through the level, like, on its own. Or you can choose which attacks or buffs your Digimon are using, and you can upgrade your Digimon by equipping them with upgrade chips, which is sort of like when you were scanning cards in Season 3 to upgrade your Digimon. There's a lot going on. There's so much going on, I have no idea.
Oh, Harrismon is named Harrismon because Harrison is hedgehog in French.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. We're not in France, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're very much in Tokyo, and they're just like, oh man, you gotta fight these Digimon, because otherwise they're gonna think you're bad. And I'm like, okay. But you fight them in, like, this weird, not regular dimension, but also not digital world, and the Digimon are confused, like, they're like, oh, we're not in the digital world? Weird! And, like, your digital partners can, like, jump back into your phone and, like, hide there while you're not fighting other Digimon, I think. Harrismon doesn't do it. Because fuck it. Because he doesn't know how. God, your Digimon's just as stupid as you are. It's great. Like, and as the protagonist player, you get to choose between the male and female avatar, which you actually don't get to choose between at all. They just show you what the male and female avatar look like, and it's like spiky hair and smooth hair, and that's the difference.
Oh god.
One of them has eyelashes and one of them doesn't.
Wait, okay.
Wow. I don't know what's going on in this game yet. Like, I get it, but I don't get it. It's a time, for sure. I'm just afraid they're gonna shut the servers down super quick like they did with the other Digimon games. Digimon Lynx lasted like a whole 2 years, and it was like, nope, we're done. So,
damn, rip them, I guess.
Yeah, but like I got a Vmon already. I got a which was like the bonus for like getting so many people to pre-register for it. Mm-hmm. I've got like a black Garurumon, which is not an ice type Digimon, even though Garurumon's whatever, fuck it. I don't have my boy though. I don't have a Patamon. I'm very upset. Very upset. I have no holy Digimon. I'm very upset. It's frustrating. I got like Tennomon, I got a bunch of Agumons and shit, but like I want a holy Digimon, and I got none of them.
Well, holy's like a rare element, right?
I mean, sort of. A lot of the holy Digimon start out as like air types or neutral types, so like those should be common. But like,
fair.
I got no Tokomons, no Patamons, no Salmons. The other, like, one of the other main characters has a Salmon, and the other one has a Darugamon, which is like a purple, furry T-Rex. Trying to describe Digimon's a nightmare. And they also recently released a bunch of the X designs, which are for the card game. And they gave Pumpkinmon a Mega Evolution. It's Halloween. They gotta do something at some point. And Pumpkinmon's Mega Evolution is now called Noble Pumpkinmon. And so I hope he's gonna be in the game, because, like, it's Pumpkinmon, but, like, he's in a suit with a hat.
Of course he is.
And he's very tall. It's so good.
Oh, man.
He's so good. Pumpkinmon's so good.
Alright, so if I want to see this right now, what do I put into my internet?
Just put it into Google. Noble Pumpkinmon.
Yeah, just put Noble Pumpkinmon in. But also, I'll send you Pumpkinmon because he's cute.
Noble. I'm glad I got as far as typing Noble P.
And it knew what you wanted. That's Pumpkinmon. He's cute. He's a good Digimon. He's a prankster Digimon.
Yeah, I remember that axe.
He died valiantly, saving everybody. Oh, he is in Digimon Re-Arise. Nice! Yay! He's great. Noble Pumpkinmon's great. I can't wait. Apparently the wing things are attached to the hat.
Of course.
Which is good. God, he's stupid. I love Digimon. All the designs are fucking dumb.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I'm looking at this here Pumpkinmon.
Pokemon's good.
And he already seems to be better than about 70% of Pokemon.
I mean, we could send you a dumb Pokemon, or a dumb Digimon. What's a real good?
Whether or not you send me a dumb Digimon is immaterial. I'm just looking at this particular fucking Digimon.
He's a good Digimon.
Yeah, he's good.
He's good.
Yeah.
Everything that's right in the world.
When you have, like, a game which, like, relies on, like, collection mechanics, at some point some guy is going to be staying in a room with a dry erase board and go, like, I don't know, what if it was a fucking pencil with testicles? Like, and they're like, fine, what do we call it?
I mean, there is literally a bunny with guns for hands, so, you know.
Yep, and there it is. There it is.
He still looks cool, though.
Collection games.
He's still good, though! He evolves from Terriermon. What's it called? I don't fucking know. He's dumb.
It does sound dumb.
Gargamon. That's it. And everything ends in a mon, because it's a fucking executable. That's why. Now you know.
So they're dot mons?
Yeah, they're dot mon files. Yeah, there he is, Gargamon. Gargamon's got guns for hands.
Yep.
He's so good.
Wow.
He's dumb. They're all dumb. It's great. God, I love Digimon. Digimon's a mess.
I mean, this here Gargamon...
Yeah.
He's no little Easter Island statue with a big nose.
I mean, you're right. You're right.
Okay, you left out the part... He's a fucking rabbit with, like...
Oh, and he's wearing jeans.
Okay, so...
Yeah, he's wearing jeans.
He's a fucking rabbit with machine guns for hands.
Yep.
Wearing jeans.
Yep.
And if you just told me that Pikachu was going to have an adventure where he was going to run around and appropriate native makeup, I would look at this face and go, like, Pikachu, why'd you do that? Like, look at this face. Look at that little fucking face. Look at that fucking face.
Yep.
That is Pikachu face on a rabbit body with machine gun hands and pants.
Yep.
That was the pitch. That was the pitch.
Well, he evolves from Terriermon, which is Terriermon's a good Digimon. Look at him. This is Pikachu, but he's allowed to say fuck. Mm-hmm. This Pikachu regularly shits on the protagonist, and I love it. This is Terriermon, but he's allowed to say, like, that's a stupid idea, and they go, well, we don't have any other ones. He goes, I mean, I guess. Maybe if you all go home and have a snack, this won't be a problem. Yeah, you're right, Terriermon. You're absolutely correct. Oh, good. Digimon's good, guys.
But is Ghost Recon good?
I'm
going to take that as a no.
Do you like being overpowered?
Wait, they did that again?
No, I mean, it could just be that Alex is really good at video games, but we are...
No.
We are, remember...
This was a known issue with the last Ghost Recon game.
Yeah.
In Ghost Recon Wildlands, they're like, so, do you like just winning video games? Considering this is a known issue with the franchise, this does not sound like an Alex problem.
I mean, okay, well, it's not so much that, like, he's overpowered. It's that, like...
Do his 3 robot nerds do murder well?
We don't have any robot nerds yet.
Okay.
We just have the regular nerds, which is him by himself. But our favorite thing so far is like the camouflage mechanic where like you lie down and pretend to be dead. Because sometimes it'll cover you in mud, and sometimes you just lay down, and, like, the grass is not taller than you, and nobody bothers you. So the AI is fucking dumb, even on, like, masochist mode. And we have done a couple things where we're like, are we supposed to be here yet? No, we are not. Let's go anyway. So, there is that. All these guys have anger issues. For sure.
It's weird that these dudes with anger issues are surrounded with guns. That sounds, like, efficient.
Yeah, why do we allow that to happen? The audio from the NPCs is all real dumb, too. As I've attested to also on Twitter, where it's like, they're like, yeah, we kicked butt. And it's like, you guys didn't do shit. We fell out of a helicopter. You didn't even do anything. It's that tuxedo mask meme. And then they all whisk away and you machine gun them in the back. Or you sneak up behind them and stab them a bunch of times in the throat. Like, literally, like, 5 times in the throat. It's unnecessary. Wow, they're angry, and I don't know why. Maybe it was the falling out of the helicopter that did it.
Oh my god. I think that was just a symptom of the disease.
You think it's just a symptom of the disease? That's also fair. But, yeah. It's been a time. It's been an interesting time, for sure. I don't know. The, like, visuals are really nice. So there's that at least. It looks good. We're not, like, clipping into stuff weird or, like, falling through the earth or, like, any of the usual problems we have with games.
It works at an essential level. It meets a minimum level of fucking efficiency.
Yep, it does. And it meets a satisfying level of, like, stealth to kill ratio.
Okay.
You know, like, you don't feel like you're stealthing around for nothing. You're stealthing around to then, you know, stab someone in the neck 5 times before they die. Or whatever.
Jeez,
so, like, there is that. Yeah. It seems a little excessive, yeah. But
well, friends, we knew it would come to this eventually, but does anyone want to talk about the news?
Sure, man, let's do it.
Hey guys, it's the news. Shout outs, Ramon Siso, go fuck yourself. Tegan.
We're gonna shit on him every week until we get new music? Is that what's up?
Sure, why not?
Like new official music? Alright.
Tegan,
go fuck yourself. Yeah.
Do you not want to shit on Ramon Siso?
No, I don't. No, it's fine. It's fine. Whatever.
No, it's fine. Do you just if you don't want to shit on Ramon Siso, blink once for yes.
If it what?
All right, I'm just saying, like, do you not want to shit on Ramon Siso?
I mean, I don't want to do it, but you can do it. I don't like being mean to people who I don't actually know. I'm only mean to people I know.
Do you want to be mean to the copyright detection firm that he hired?
Yeah. Those people we can be mean to. They're a corporation. Corporations aren't our friends. Brian, did I do good? Will you unchain me from my desk now?
Oh my god.
We here at Possible Coin are firm believers that corporations are not your friends. And
yes.
Today, in our first story about corporations not being your friends, we're going to talk about Blizzard Entertainment.
Tegan, I will find out whether you putting your money where your mouth is. I'm going to ask you, it's a single question quiz.
Uh-huh.
Is Nintendo your friend?
If I say no, can I leave? Can
You see how she never answered? Do you see how she never answered?
Anyway, we here at Impossible Coin Incorporated believe that corporations are not our friends.
All right. Continue.
All right, so we're done. We're gonna talk about Blizzard. Y'all heard about Blizzard. Blitzchung, who's a professional Hearthstone player, made a comment on an official Hearthstone broadcast on Twitch after his last game in the Asia Pacific Grandmasters tournament, saying the protest chant, "Liberate Hong Kong, revolution for our times." Woo! Go. So, because China's gassing the population of Hong Kong because they don't want to submit to Chinese rule, whatever. Anyway, the political situation in Hong Kong is an entire thing. We don't have that much time for that. Initially, Blizzard had banned Blitzchung from participating in esports for a full year. They took away his tournament winnings, and they said they would no longer work with the two Taiwanese streamers who had interviewed him on Twitch. Blizzard recently has made a statement saying that it plans to allow Blitzchung to get his prize money, which was $10,000, and will reduce his suspension. And President of Blizzard, Brack, said, "The specific views expressed by Blitzchung were not a factor in the decision we made. I want to be clear. Our relationships in China have no influence on our decision. We have these rules to keep the focus on the game and on the tournament to the benefit of a global audience. And that was the only consideration in the actions we took. If this had been the opposing viewpoint delivered in the same divisive and deliberate way, we would have felt and acted the same."
Boo!
Oh, God. Garbage. Wow. Disgusting. I feel like I need a shower. It's stupid.
Oh, man.
Can someone check my current fucking power level?
Well,
it's at least 8,099.
Yeah. Oh, man.
No,
Yeah.
It's rocketing. Here we go.
Yeah, okay.
Brian, you gonna go to the moon? Or do you want to let Rocky go first?
I'll go first. Brian needs some more time to power up. I'll be the Vegeta in this situation.
Alrighty.
Blizzard is definitely no longer the old guard. Like, there have been a lot of departures from the company that, changed the way that games worked, both in the industry and for players nearly a decade ago. They still have those old properties, like Warcraft is still theirs, Diablo is still theirs, but the people that made that company great aren't there anymore, and they are full-on kowtowing to China in embarrassing fashion. And the thing is that while I didn't want this Blizzard to be the company that says, "Hey, no, we're just doing this because of China," because the first one to do it doesn't go under immediately is just going to make it okay for everyone else to do it. But it is super fake for them to pretend that what they're doing is not to satisfy Chinese investors. And there are a lot of people that are confusing a lot of facts. First of all, there are some people who are misinformed that believe China or Chinese investors own a majority stake in Blizzard, which they don't. The largest Chinese investor in Blizzard Entertainment is Tencent, and Tencent has a 5% stake. I think it's 4.9 in Blizzard. I know everyone wants to be a part of the Chinese pie because, there's a lot of money in China, and there's 1.2 billion people, which is, as far as capitalism is concerned, 1.2 billion new customers, and they don't want to get shut out of that market, which can happen unilaterally all at once, and I understand that fear. I totally get it. But, they're gassing people in Hong Kong right now, guys. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't. And this isn't an isolated incident. There are collegiate matches that have been going on, stateside, where they make the exact same objections to China's treatment of Hong Kong, and nothing happens. Blizzard does not act against them. And what they're trying to say is that they're going to punish Hong Kong sympathetic dissent if and only if China is watching, which I understand, but it's still whack. And I kind of wish they own up to it, but I also kind of wish they'd just stop. That's where I'm at. Brian, you get over 9,000 yet? Where you at, dude?
These motherfuckers.
I think he's ready to go.
Okay, let's go. Let's do it.
All right. There are layers of things that bother me here.
Sure.
Let's say for just a second, I'm a fucko, and I want to get on your broadcast and do something inappropriate.
Sure.
Just hypothetically. Like, I want to get on your TV and or radio and or internet broadcast and say Baba Booey. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going to do. And after I've Baba Booeyed, let's say I'm now the owner of whatever broadcast enterprise that was used by someone to say Baba Booey. You know what makes zero fucking sense at all? And just seems like reactionary bullshit done to please somebody? Punishing any kind of, like, broadcast host.
Yeah.
If you really want to, like, put a fine point on it and go, like, what is the easiest test for this being reactionary bullshit done to please people? It's punishing hosts. That, for me, is the thing. And also, like, Blizzard, come the fuck on. Just come the fuck on. Like, there has been, and covered to considerable length on this show over the last 12 months, a massive shift in the way the Chinese government handles and manages the release of video games in China. There was a point where they put the fucking cork back in the bottle altogether.
For like 9-10 months.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they finally took the cork back out and gave people access to that customer population again, they did so by implementing incredibly rigorous rules and saying, like, okay, if you want to sell on this market, here are the steps you need to take, here are the litmus tests you need to pass. And we have watched corporations make these, like, extraordinary changes to their product,
Bend over backwards
to make sure that they would pass. I think the one for me that, like, is probably the biggest example is another company that has a minority Tencent ownership, which is PUBG Corp, and how PUBG turned into Game for Peace.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I remember.
Where
Game
when
for
you
Peace.
shoot somebody, they stand up and wave before disappearing.
Yeah, like it's laser tag or some shit.
Right. And, like, how, like, the maps in PUBG were, like, decorated with, like, these, like, large billboards with, like, Chinese government propaganda. Like, okay, so what if you're just running around the map and there's a big billboard that says, like, Beijing Forever on it? Like, there's two separate things at work here. I am not going to pretend that we even have enough time or personal education to talk about the complexity of South Asian politics on this fucking show.
Sure.
The relationship between the Chinese government and the people of Hong Kong is a layered fucking history. And right now there's a whole generation of young people in Hong Kong who have no memory of British rule and the whole... What we're talking about here is corporations acting like shitbags in an effort to make sure they have access to 1.386 billion motherfuckers. That is what's up. And so if a fucking government says, you know, we're not wild about this, and then a response by a corporation is being like, watch how quickly we jump and how high we go. That's really the part that's killing me here. I think about, like, political expression in the context of competition, and I think about the American journey of kneeling during the anthem. I like the way that people reacted to it, and, like, the way the NFL reacted to it, the way businesses that advertise with the NFL react to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like, since esports itself is still kind of like the Wild West, that companies are like, we don't want to fuck with this esports money at all. Like, we don't want to. What's interesting is that, like, running in parallel to this whole, like, Blizzard debacle has been this whole, like, NBA thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there has certainly been like a difference in the reactions. And esports, everyone's treating like this fucking like paper house, which could collapse at any time. And they're like, man, we don't want to fuck with this money. God, okay. What did they say what they want us to do? Kill this man, bury him face down in the pit of lime, and then pee on his corpse? Done. Fucking done. Like, it's the speed, urgency, and zeal that Blizzard has in responding to a government demand so that way they can maintain access to a customer population.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they can't even fucking own that they did it, like...
Yeah.
You know what? Like, if you want to try and backpedal because of, like, customer outrage, you're a corporation. That's what you do, you slimy toads. Picture this. Like, you're sitting there with a whole fucking bag of Oreos, eating the Oreos, and you're like, that's what I'm doing. I'm just shoving these things in my mouth 4 at a time. And then, like, while you still have 4 Oreos in your mouth, looking at a room full of people and going, I'm not eating Oreos. Like, that's Blizzard. We assure you that this has nothing to do with the content of his speech. Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Fuck off. Like,
it's so much bullshit.
The notion, like, what we'd like for our players to talk about when they win and they have access to a hot mic. We want them to continue to talk about the game and talk about there is a long-standing competition tradition when people win to, like, cut a promo on where they're, like, thanking their family or talking about what they're going to do now that they've won. Like,
yeah. The whole Disneyland is, like, world famous and shit.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Fucking exactly, Rocky. And, like, the idea that, like, somebody's gonna, like, win and then just fucking cut a promo on, like, continuing to talk about the fucking game. Being like, boy, I sure don't like how the reborn mechanic is interacting with the repeated death rattles. Fuck off. That's not what people do when they win competition. Like,
yeah.
It's not what people have done in any form of competition ever. And to, like, be like, oh, this was our expectation. This is a perfectly reasonable expectation because we're a business corporation. No. Fuck yourself. This is not reasonable. This is not what anyone would have expected someone to do. And victory in competition is a platform for political expression, is enshrined in competition. Probably one of the most famous and most iconic images I could ever think of, like, victors in competition comes from the goddamn 1968 fucking Olympics. I think about people who are standing on a podium at the Olympics expressing outrage at conditions in the United States. Fists raised. It's not limited to professional athletics. It's not limited to American athletics. The fucking gimmick here is that esports are a new enough space that corporations are in a place where they go, what if we broke them now? Like, it'll be harder to break them in 20 years once esports have taken hold. But now, what if we break them? What if we break them now? Like, what if we tell them we just want them to be our fucking stooge now? And I'm here to tell you, esports, you're good. Corporations learned this week that the genie's already out the fucking bottle. The fact that they tried to shut down the ability to close your Blizzard accounts for like an hour, and as soon as the media heard about it, they're like, oh, well, we can't do that. That was wild.
Yeah.
When they turned off all of the two-factor for about an hour and a half, so that way you could not delete your account.
Well, they did update their swear protection, whatever it's called, so that you can't, like, change your name to anything that's, like, sympathetic to, like, Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm.
So that if you try to change your username to something like Free Hong Kong or anything, like, the game won't let you.
Yep.
Because it thinks that you're, like, cursing or whatever.
Yep.
Like, I mean, they're trying it. The truth is it's just not going to work. And this isn't the only front in which this is happening. Like, it's Fortnite and, like, dealing with, like, Tfue and whatnot, where his, like, original deal was, like, bullshit. He'd keep all his winnings, but he'd make, like, 20% of, like, endorsements or whatever. Or, like, how mid-level, like, League of Legends and, like, Dota players end up making chump change because, like, their tournaments just don't pay the way that the large ones do. Like, esports is definitely figuring its shit out, but I don't think they're going to be able to break these people like this. Maybe we'll end up in situations where we have, like, the MLB, where we have, like, players playing for like starvation wages or whatnot. But there's no way that's going to be the macro. And I don't think Hearthstone's going to get away with it if anyone is.
I'm really interested to see how this plays out in the long term because, historically, any kind of ban of any length has meant that someone is dead in the Hearthstone scene.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that strikes me as them knowing exactly what they're doing. Like, if they're like, oh, well, he's banned, but just for less, it's like, fuck off. If he's banned for 6 months, he's dead in Hearthstone. It's either going to require a fundamental shift in, the culture of the Hearthstone tournament scene, which I can see, honestly, I can see this being that catalyst.
Mm-hmm.
And if it is, that'd be great, because I would fucking love if, what Blizzard tried to do was, introduce in 6 months, oh, he's just registering for tournaments now. Oh, shit. We're now introducing a new thing where people who have previously been suspended are on a probation period where they can enter tournaments, but just not any tournament that feeds into Grandmasters.
They'd make, a new 2-tiered system or some bullshit.
Yup. And so that's one of those things where, I feel like we're going to want to check in on this in 6 months.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because if there is that fundamental shift in, the tournament scene, I could see them trying to follow up and go oh, we thought we killed you. We just didn't have to use as much ammo.
It could be a really fun comeback story.
Yeah. Another, part of this that just really gets me is that they're not the only ones fucking with this in the sports space. There are other people who are oh, well, we have to make sure that we continue to have access to that, mainland China money. Ooh. Rocky.
Yeah.
Tell me about something simple and dumb.
I mean, this does look simple and dumb, I swear. Sony has announced the PS5.
I thought they already announced a new console. Oh, when they announced that they are going to have a new console, they didn't tell us what it was going to be called before.
Well, they did tell us a bit about it before. That it's going to include a solid-state drive, it's going to include 8K graphics, it's going to have 3D audio, blah, 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 blah. But Jim Ryan felt the need to make a blog post on the PlayStation website to announce that the newly announced console, the PS5, officially, will release holiday 2020, and it's going to feature, quote, haptic rumble technology, like the Switch's HD rumble, and adaptive triggers. We have a couple of quotes. Jim Ryan tells us that with haptics, you truly feel a broader range of feedback, so crashing into a wall in a race car feels much different than making a tackle on the football field. You can even get a sense for a variety of textures when running through fields of grass or plodding through mud. And another quote saying that developers can program the resistance of triggers so that you can feel the tactile sensation of drawing a bow and arrow or accelerating an off-road vehicle through rocky terrain. However, in almost the same breath, Sony Interactive laid off dozens of staff in its US and UK offices across multiple disciplines, including marketing, PR, and other creative positions. Sources familiar with the layoffs have said that they are part of a restructuring effort to centralize control at Sony Interactive that began nearly a year ago, but has recently accelerated, likely related to the recent departure of Sean Layden. So the two innovations, we have two things and we have a release window. But the adaptive triggers sounds like more work for devs. And I don't want to shit on that too much because it does sound like interesting technology. But like the Switch's HD Rumble, which is a thing that is still in every Joy-Con, but most developers outside of Nintendo have not fucked with it. They haven't bothered with it at all. So it is potentially interesting technology, and it could be useful for the future. But if no devs pick it up, then it doesn't really matter if it's there. And maybe Sony will get some sort of agreement from someone saying that they'll use it, but I'm not especially hopeful because the tech's been around for 2 years, and albeit the Switch has been largely a port machine for a lot of people, but even still, they haven't done a lot with HD Rumble, and I don't expect that to change now with the PS5.
Right.
What does the controller even look like? Have they shown us that yet?
Apparently, they let somebody play with the controller. They didn't let them play any PS5 games, but it was wired. They put a PS5 controller into Wired's hand.
Yeah.
And Wired was Well, it looks and feels like a PS4 controller. Big differences are that it no longer has like a USB mini port for charging. It is now USB Type-C. So, hope you weren't saving up cables to charge your new fucking PS5 controllers.
Mm.
The biggest change is that give on the L2 and R2 buttons because of the adaptive triggers. I don't know, I worry about, I think that the solid-state drive is an easy enough value proposition for players and developers to embrace. The things that I think are going to get weird are the adaptive triggers, for all the reasons that Rocky mentioned. But the other thing that came out about the PS5 is selective game component install, where you don't have to install all of a game at once. You can pick which parts you want to install.
That sounds like a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I'm that seems like a mess.
Why would you let stupid people do that?
There's going to be so many corrupted files. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. I see that absolutely, exploding. And I have to wonder, how big are they letting total game installs get now? If they're trying to sell this as a feature?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone else is going to go for that, Red Dead, 100 gigabyte number. They're going to do it.
Right. And I think about, the difference between, the Gears 4 install size and the Gears 5 install size for the Xbox One, and how it was obvious that, in the intervening time, Microsoft learned something. The install size for Gears 4 was 118 gigs. That's a real number.
That's too big.
Yes.
That's a lot.
And then the install size for Gears 5 was 38 gigs.
That's substantially more reasonable.
Yes. And I got a secondary hard drive for my PS4. Never got one for my Xbox. But it was because I would end up buying these PS4 games, and I would get these Red Dead size installs. And be well, Jesus Christ. Is the game before the game on your PS4, or figuring out what to delete? And we're okay, what won't feel urgent to play? And I just feel this selective game install thing is going to end up being a mess. Picture be oh, I want to play this thing and do this thing in it, and it's well, in order to do that, you need to download the multiplayer component. It's well, I'm not asking to play multiplayer. And well, yeah, we get that, but we put this in that. And don't worry, we're duplicating essential features so that way this will work in this and this will work in feels bad, guys.
Feels bad, man.
Feels like a mess.
I smell a problem coming.
Oh. So, who wants to talk about massively multiplayer competitive games with large tournament scenes kowtowing to the Chinese government?
We just did that.
Yeah, I thought we just did that.
Want to do it again.
Oh, God.
Who's doing it? Is someone else doing it? Is that the problem?
Riot.
Oh, no. Someone else is doing it.
Oh, fucking Rito.
Has instructed players and commentators that they are not to discuss sensitive issues during the ongoing World Championship. Yup. John Needham, the head of esports for the league, has said that players and casters have been told not to discuss sensitive issues, and that they're defining that as political, religious, or otherwise. I love that, or otherwise, during the World Championship games. It got put on League's Twitter. League fans are already pushing back. There's already fallout on Twitter, and the Reddit is already full of it. And coincidentally enough, both Riot and Activision Blizzard share Tencent ownership. Tencent owns 40% of Epic. They fully own Riot.
Yeah, they own Riot outright.
Mm-hmm.
And it is around 5% for Activision Blizzard. Now, what's weird is that of those three different operating companies, Epic issued a statement, and it didn't come through like either a esports Dracula or a PR goon. Tim Sweeney himself, who is old guard Epic, said that they would never sever ties with a player or content creator over their expression of views on politics and human rights.
I did see that, yeah.
And I have to wonder how much of that has to do with the fact that, like, there hasn't really been a ton of turnover in leadership at Epic. And so, like, there aren't, like, a bunch of, like, MBA in there with pie graphs who, like, oh, gosh, you know, like, I'm in charge of Epic now. We have to make sure we stay in China. What would have happened if Blizzard had just picked up the fucking phone and said, like, hey, Tencent, here's the position we're going to take. Like, if Tencent was like, well, you know what, guys? Like, we own 4.9%. You do what you got to do, and you just let us know, bud. I wonder how much of, like, Blizzard and Riot's positions were taken without consulting the mothership, so to speak.
Mm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just so happy that we have such a strong late-in-the-year entry for dumb as shit.
I mean, it's always important for that stuff to come out right before the holiday season.
Yeah.
When people are thinking with their wallets, I guess?
Yeah. Black Friday is coming up.
No.
Oh, God.
Yeah, true.
Tegan, quit that job. Tegan.
She's almost out. She'll be okay.
I'm trying. I can't be there next holiday. I'm not going to try to explain the difference between a fucking PS5 and an Xbox Project Scarlet to some poor lady.
Why does this one come in 3 different boxes?
Why don't you have any left? It's like 2 weeks before Christmas. Yeah, because they sent us fucking 10 and that's it. What do you want?
So,
they only says they were pre-ordered. Someone else paid for them already.
I just want to make sure I understand. You don't have any of the PS5s.
Uh-huh.
No, not going to be here till next year.
You have PS4s, but the old.
Yeah.
And the Xbox ones, they come in 3 different boxes, and you sold out of 2 of the boxes, but the little box, which is the one which you say is just streaming, you have those.
Yes. You do require an internet connection to play the one that's just streaming, though.
Okay. And you're saying that my son won't be driven into a blind rage by getting this one?
Oh my god. No, I'm not.
I can't promise that, lady.
Yeah, I would never presume to understand exactly the inner workings of your child's mind. Oh my goodness. Who? I can't.
How about I convince myself very publicly in front of you that that's what you told me, and I buy it, and then I come back and make a scene.
You come back in the middle of February with an open console saying your child didn't like it. Oh no.
In February? God damn it.
I'm gonna cry. We're not even in the holiday season and I'm gonna cry.
Oh god.
Don't do this to me, Brian. I can only handle so much emotional scarring in one day. Is there some good news?
Well...
Is there news that's gonna make me laugh?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
Maj Bakar, who is Google Stadia's VP of Engineering, has told us that streaming gameplay will have consoles beat in the next couple of years in terms of responsiveness. That streaming games will be more responsive than a physical console that's in front of you.
Fuck you, baby.
That's what he said. No, but he has
sure?
a plan. He has a plan. See, he's going to use Google's technology to predict people's inputs instead of recording them. So the game will just know that you mean to press A when you're walking up here, and it'll just send that input in instead of waiting for you to press A.
What?
Bakar explained a concept that Stadia will implement called negative latency. He describes it as a latency buffer that will measure frames as they're coming out and speed them up server side to like calculate what you're going to do and then send them to you so they don't lag on your end. We have a quote from him that says, ultimately, we think in a year or two, we'll have games that are running faster and feel more responsive in the cloud than they do locally, regardless of how powerful the local machine is. at the very least, it's misguided. Somewhere between absolutely fucking insane and they don't know what they're talking about.
This sounds like a nightmare for fighting game people.
Oh, yeah, no.
Like an absolute nightmare.
Like, they're just going to assume that whenever someone jumps, they're just going to throw out DP, because that's what they want you to do, I guess.
Right, exactly.
Or, Joe actually put me onto this incredible tweet where it's just like, Stadia's going to miss the anti-air input because everyone else does, and they assume that you will also.
Oh, God.
But the thing is, about fighting games, there actually is some precedent for reading inputs before they come out and doing them very well. GGPO, which was created by Tony Cannon, GGPO stands for Good Game Peace Out, is a middleware that was designed by Cannon and that was implemented in a couple of games, specifically Skullgirls and Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Online Edition, which bar none has the best net play of any fighting game ever. Like, it's perfect. And Tony Cannon originally made it because he didn't like how net play worked. Like, he saw how it worked, he knew a little bit about coding, and he put something together. And what he did is that, I'll just read a little bit from his GitHub. He says, traditional techniques account for network transmission time by adding a delay to players' input. Like, usually they'll put you 8 frames behind of whatever you're actually pressing. So there will be an input lag, but it's so that the game continues to move smoothly. But the problem is that the game feels laggy because you're pressing a button and you're not seeing anything happen on screen. What GGPO did is use something called rollback networking, which uses input prediction and speculative execution to send the inputs to the game immediately, which made it look like there was a zero latency framework. So that sounds like what Stadia wants to do, right? Instead of waiting for the input to be received by whoever put something in, it just figured this is what you probably wanted to do and just sent that anyway. So it sounds similar, but this is the difference. When other players' inputs arrive, like the person that you're playing against, if the input didn't match whatever the prediction was, it rolled back the frames and then played them normally. So if the game is always trying to guess what you're going to do and it's going to send that to like your system, but the server side is about 8 frames ahead of you instead of making you being 8 frames behind. And so if it guessed wrong, like it's like, oh, this isn't what they actually did, then they'll send whatever you put in, and then it still feels like seamless.
So if Nintendo is now, thanks to its increased thirstiness, now you're playing with your own peen, does that mean that Stadia is now you're probably playing with your own peen?
Yeah, it's definitely guessing. It's not sure.
Now we're assuming that you're playing with your peen, but you could be playing with something else. And if we find that you are playing with something else, we will adjust our input accordingly.
Okay.
Like, oh shit, that's a ukulele. Like,
yeah, right?
But the reason I bring up GGPO is not only because I love it and it's probably the best like middleware that's ever been created, but Tony Cannon recently released it on an MIT license, which means that it's essentially open source now. That like if developers want to use it for commercial or non-commercial projects, you can get it from the GitHub and implement it in your game. And Stadia does, or Google specifically, has a history of like repurposing like open source frameworks into their own, software. And this would be a good, ethical, and probably useful opportunity to do so. So I'd be interested if they adapt to GGPO for Stadia, because it definitely has application for more things than fighting games, but especially if they're going to stream everything, like this would be a good way to use that technology.
The thing I am most interested in video games in the next 6 months is the Stadia launch. Like, Christ, we're 3 weeks out. Like, there are people who are going to be getting Stadia controllers in 3 weeks and have access, and we're fucking in it. Like, how long has it been since we've had a new major platform holder?
Microsoft? No,
Yeah.
Well, Steam. I think Steam is like younger than Microsoft in this like area.
From an industry observation point, it's fascinating. I look forward to see how it goes. It feels like this messaging is a response to all of the very public and very available feedback and criticism of people's experiences when they've been on like show floors trying to play Stadia and been like, yeah, man, It's like trying to jump up and down in peanut butter. And just... After they're just like, no, man, like, we got that hot new tech. And it's, well, then where was the hot new tech? Like, it just...
I'm not biting on Stadia because, like, Microsoft and Sony have been playing around with streaming. And, like, Microsoft has made an important part of their business model. And, like, with this and, like, xCloud, it's definitely supplemental, but they're not going to bet the platform on it. They're just not going to do it. And even though, like, you know, some people, I guess, analysis, it kind of looks that way. But, like, Microsoft has been firm about the idea that they are not betting everything on streaming. And Sony's been doing streaming for a little while. And even in places where, like, the infrastructure's good, like Japan, they're not willing to go all in on it either.
Right.
Google, their innovation is a large amount of money and some of the brightest minds that we have, you know, like, on the planet. But I'm not sure that's enough to push them over the top to, like, turn this into a platform-level idea. And I'm more excited about Death Stranding, but that's a whole other thing.
The number 2 thing I'm excited about in gaming in the next 6 months is definitely Death Stranding. Like... Kojima Unchained.
Yeah, this is definitely Kojima Unchained.
It really only takes the possibility of an entirely new platform holder entering the gaming wars to beat Kojima Unchained. Like, I have to point to that and be like, that's how big a deal Kojima Unchained is it took fucking Google going all in on gaming and becoming a platform to beat Kojima Unchained. Like that, yowza. Because, like, again, guys, like, I was in the alpha of this where they, like, just let people play the new Assassin's Creed game.
Right.
And my experience was not negative, but also that was such a incredibly narrow test that if you're out there just like okay, like we're running this one game and in this one particular set of circumstances, then you're not going to necessarily deliver even to the people who are playing in the test like the most true results of what the end experience will be. Like, you can only play Assassin's Creed Odyssey and you can only do it on a computer inside of like Google Chrome. Like, you can't do it on a phone, you can't do it with another game, you have to use a controller, you can't use keyboard mouse. Like, it's going to get weird, it's going to get interesting. Can I tell you about something which is less interesting, but I think will be interesting to the kids today?
Oh, God. Just the way that's phrased.
Yeah, this is definitely Hajime Mashite fellow Nyoji.
It looks like they're going to replace the Fortnite map tomorrow.
Okay.
Which I guess would have been Sunday. So, congratulations, human. You're probably Fortniting on something new.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! When they pushed new marketing material to the App Store listing for Fortnite on the Italian App Store, it included pictures and footage of the new map. People were looking at it and were like, hey, none of those landmarks look remotely anything like on the map. And it showed like people fucking like paddling in boats on rivers. And it's like, there are no boats. None of these landmarks exist. There have been like hints in game that the whole map was going to be destroyed. And there's not now countdown clocks in game around the map, counting down to October 13th. So by the time you hear this, it will likely be an entirely new Fortnite map. The thing I think is interesting is that like both PUBG and Apex Legends really struggled with introducing new maps to their audiences. PUBG was like, hey, check out this new map. And players were actively resistant to it. How do you guys think that the Fortnite kids are going to take to a new Fortnite map?
I need a specific clarification.
No problem.
Does it look like that the current map is going to be replaced, or that they are going to add a secondary map?
Smoke on the street is that the whole map is going to explode and get replaced with a new map.
Oh, that's fine. That's whatever. Because, like, that was the major problem with, like, PUBG and Apex, is that adding additional maps disrupts the Battle Royale formula and how simplistic it is, and making it closer to, like, the standard FPS predecessors, which made it too long to get into a game. Like, obviously, like, choosing one extra thing on a menu is going to add, like, 20 seconds per game or whatever.
Right.
But that's a difference that, like, you didn't have to question in Battle Royale. Battle Royale says you press a button, you have no gear, you're on the map, period. And
you're in the battle bus. You are launching from the sky raft or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So, interesting enough that you should say the battle bus, Tegan, because also part of this stuff is...
the bus is no longer battling?
It appears to be that as of October 13th, it's farewell to the battle bus.
Damn, you gotta thank the bus driver for the last time.
Yeah, and let's say I'm, I don't know, Epic, and, like, I've got the Fortnite, a game which, like, focuses on, like, avatars where you're, like, decorating a character. Like, there's very little individually iconic images associated with Fortnite. If you were to be like, hey there, random person on the street, what can you tell me about Fortnite? Like, I think that the first answer you would probably get would be Battle Bus. And if you keep on pressing, maybe llamas?
I don't know, dude. There's a tomato head dude. There is that dance in, like, the base avatar thing. Like, both that chick and the blonde dude.
There's the squad leaders now, too.
Hmm.
You probably recognize one of those. At least the pink one with the teddy bear head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. You don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying that, like, they don't really got nothing that rises to the level of the Mario, you know? Like,
yeah.
You put Mario in front of somebody, but people be like, oh, look at that. That's Mario.
Look at that, a Nintendo.
I'm not sure that's fair. Because, like, Mario's also, like, a multi-decade, like, built-up property. And, like, Fortnite came out, like, 3-4 years ago.
How are you being deposited on the new map, have they said?
We don't know.
What if it's just a different battle bus? Like, instead of it being, like, yellow or whatever, it's blue. It's just a different... It's like a city bus instead of, like, a school bus.
While that's a possibility, I actually think a little higher of Epic.
It's gonna be a semi-truck.
Whenever they, like, fuck something up and do it again, like, they really fuck it up and they do it again. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, when they had, like... You remember Kevin, right? Like, the cube that, like, rolled into, like, the loot lake or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, like, it turned, like, the whole lake into, like, bouncy jelly. And then it just, like, sent that middle, like, mansion just into the sky. Like, then now there's just a totally different environment.
Yep.
When, like, a whole, like, quarter of the map got nuked and now it's just, like, a desert, but there's also a town there. Or, like, they added golf carts. Like, I think if they're going to replace the battle bus, it's definitely not going to be phoned in.
I hope it's a garbage truck.
Oh, that kind of sounds amazing. Where it just, like, opens, like, the jaws, like, in the back and then you jump out.
Yep. I feel like garbage truck would work really well. I think it'll be fine, honestly, especially if it's not, like, adding another map. It's just new map. Because then they could also have, like, now they have the opportunity to do, like, Retro Week, where, like, they throw it back to the old map.
Yeah.
For, like, a week to boost player stuff.
Mm-hmm. Player counts. Engagement.
Also with Ninja on that new platform.
Oh yeah, Mixer.
Yeah. If people are going to want to see him play on the new map, they're going to have to go to Mixer. So there's also that.
Well, like,
I don't know, interesting. It's interesting.
Fortnite definitely needs some shaking up. Like in Season 10, like new map replacing the old map is probably a good idea, but I know PUBG and Apex both had trouble having people go onto the new map, but it's because they didn't want to pull the trigger on getting rid of the old one, and like the act of choosing a map before dropping in disrupts the gameplay loop.
Right. I mean, the way that PUBG eventually solved this was that you still just put yourself into a hopper and it would assign you a map. By getting rid of map selection,
they preserve the loop.
Yes. Now, one of the things that Fortnite is adding, which I think may actually be a difference maker for player engagement, is that with this pass, starting tomorrow in competitive play, people are going to start running into fucking robots. They're going to start running into bots, and the bots are going to look like bots. Like, they're going to give the bots in the game skins that make them identifiable as bots. Like, so when the 100 people drop onto an island, and the reason for this is they're like, well, if we allow bots to be part of the population of a game, then that means that we can do more gradation based on player skill in game population. And I'm like, that sounds like you're running cover for a shrinking game population. And you understand that part of player engagement is a certain queue time, and you don't want to exceed that queue time based on player population. I think that players aren't going to want to know that the thing that they just murdered wasn't a person. They want to know that the thing that they just murdered was people.
Either way they slice it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
It's like the Mario Kart Tour thing. In Mario Kart Tour, like, you don't race against people. And, like, if no one told you that, you probably wouldn't know, because the game goes to some pretty intense lengths to, like, make it look like you're racing against people. Like, they use character avatars. They use names that are actually pulled from, like, the player base. And they're not, like, standardized. Like, so, like, for example, I play under Rocco. And, like, you may, like, if you live here, or if you live in, I don't know, Uzbekistan, and you're playing fucking Mario Kart Tour, you might race against someone named Rocco. And that will definitely not be me. It will never be me, because the game's designed to just put in bots to have you race against no matter what. Once you, like, figure out, like, how to actually drive, like, it becomes pretty obvious, because there isn't, like, a lot of competition, because they are just bots or whatever. But if they had outright said, like, you always play against bots, like, a lot of people just wouldn't download it, or, like, wouldn't get into it. Personally feel like bots aren't especially a good idea. Like, you should just figure out another way to get people to play your game.
Yeah.
But also, I don't run $1 billion company, so what do I know?
I think about, like, two games that have been under a fair bit of, like, bot scrutiny and bot paranoia, which was Splatoon 1 for the Wii U. In days where the player population of the game had waned significantly, there was some, like, serious, like, how is it that I can always queue for a game in Splatoon even though there has been, like, substantial ways to test for, like, population drop-off in the game? Like, if the population of the game is 70% smaller, then why is it that every time when I log in and I want to play a game, there's always people? It was even more dramatic and obvious with ARMS, where, like, the population drop-off happened much more rapidly and was much more significant. Like, people would log in to play ARMS and be like, huh, that's weird. There's always people on ranked. Like, I can always play ranked and there's always people. And just based on player behavior, Nintendo's experiment with the idea of, like, undeclared bots. It's interesting that Epic is choosing to identify these bots as bots.
I think they have a different responsibility in this case. Specifically because they are in charge of, they have and are in charge of a really big competitive scene.
Right.
And so, like, once people figure out how to play against these bots, unless, you know, they make them, like, impossibly good AI, people are going to end up being boosted. Like, they just are. And if someone takes, like, their rank and they try to go into, like, the competitive scene, whether that be, like, on their online tournaments or, like, they travel someplace or get sponsored by someone, and then they get blown up against real people despite their rank, they're not going to know why. And they should tell them, if it comes out, like, at that point, oh, it turns out that, like, this platinum level player that you sign has been playing against bots for, like, 80% of their games, and that's why they climbed so quickly. And, like, if they did not know, like, if they were somehow naive enough to not believe that they weren't actually just beating up on bots the whole time, and, like, or if they convince a sponsor, even if the sponsor isn't aware, like, that could potentially, like, open them up to, like, litigation, I think.
Huh.
And, like, Splatoon had, like, a competitive scene. That's definitely true. And ARMS tried to build one, too, but they were never as big as, like, Fortnite.
Oh, yeah. Like not even, like, a tenth the size. Like, like, Fortnite's competitive scene is gigantic.
They're making teenage millionaires, man.
You know what? It's the kind of thing that people get into super hardcore, almost as if they were addicted.
Yeah, guess what? Because they are. Brian just did that thing so that we could segue into my last story, which is that Epic failed to inform players of Fortnite's addiction risks, and now a Canadian law firm is suing them! Yay! Video games are addictive! Monitor your children! God! So, Calix Legal is the law firm, and they're getting ready to shoot them a class action lawsuit that alleges the studio knowingly aimed to make Fortnite an addicting game, targeted at kids, and didn't do enough to warn players and parents of their addiction risks. Wow, amazing. They're launching this on the behalf of parents of two of the players, who say they would have restricted or heavily monitored their children's playtime if they had known how addicting the game was up front. Wow, maybe watch your kids play video games. Just, pay attention to what they're doing. Fuck. The attorney heading this, Alessandra, I am gonna butcher this last name, Esposito, Chartrand, told the CBC that Fortnite developer Epic Games knowingly put on the market a very, very addictive game, which also was geared towards the youth, and says that the studio worked with psychologists to really make the effort to make it as addictive as possible.
The youth.
The youth!
I thought Epic can't be sued about Fortnite. Isn't that in their terms of service or something?
Well, those terms of service never hold up.
Well, this is backed by Quebec's Consumer Protection Act.
Right.
Which would likely counter the provision in their terms of service that keeps them from suing. So, there's that.
Let's say John Goodman was cooking chili for 100 people, and before he did so, he distributed a contract with all of them that says, no matter what, you can't sue me for what's in the chili. And then John Goodman shit in the chili. He's getting sued.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, man.
I always think it's hilarious that whenever anybody tries to put into a EULA or a toss, and then you can't sue me, because it's okay, you realize that this is only going to stop maybe level 1 or level 2 of people who are mad at you. Generally what's going to happen is if someone's fucking big mad, they're going to go find a lawyer, they're going to go find an adult and be I'm really mad at fucking John Goodman. He shit in the chili. And they're going to be okay, that's fine. You have fucking grounds. His EULA is trash. It does not matter that you sign this thing that says, and then you don't sue me, because, there is no reasonable expectation that he's going to shit in the chili.
Yeah, that's thoroughly unreasonable.
Right. I look at the way addictive items are treated in marketplaces. And generally with the way addictive items are treated in marketplaces is they have to carry these gigantic-ass warnings on them.
Yeah, that says, hey, this is really addictive.
I can't wait to see the argument, to hear the argument from a lawyer who argues, well, it's a free-to-play game in 2018. Why wouldn't you assume that it's a little addictive for us to make our money back? It's not going to work, but I want to see them say it with a straight face. Oh God, I'm so excited.
They're going to say it with a straight face, but then, the one at the table is going to have, the biggest eye roll on accident that's going to be caught by the courtroom camera.
I'm down. Fuck. Wait, what is Canadian C-SPAN? Is it still C-SPAN? It should be, right? Just Canadian Span? I don't know what C-SPAN stands for. Whatever.
Span. We're here to talk about everything that's worth talking about.
Dude, remember in The Good Place where Jason's talking about his motorcycle and how Pamela Anderson's on it? And then, Chidi's yeah, I don't care about your motorcycle with Pamela Anderson's face. It's oh, it wasn't her face. And I'm dog. Come on, Jason. Oh, man.
43 games came out on Steam yesterday.
Why? Why did 43 games come out on Steam?
Yo, Tegan, chill out. That's a lot less than usual.
That's too many still. It's still too many.
Is. Yeah, probably.
Are you guys looking forward to, because I think this will be the first full year that we've been doing this bit. Are you guys looking forward to getting the number for 2019?
What's the date? Where's the cutoff?
Well, December 31st is the last day of the year, sir.
Oh, shit. Well, yeah. God, we've been doing this since January of this year? Oh, my God.
Yeah, this is the first full year where we've been doing this bit. And, I am looking forward to because this year when we get because like always each year, like whenever the number comes out, which is like astronomically high, like 30% of the games on Steam came out this year. Like, I'm looking forward to finding out just how big and gross that number is this year.
I kind of want to do an over-under, but I know someone's just going to look it up. And, like, that's lame.
It's going to be me. I'm going to be the one looking it up.
Jesus Christ. No, like, what if we do it, like, the month before or whatever, and just offer, like, some goofy prize?
Okay. So, at the end of November, we will ask our listeners to guess what percentage of Steam's total game catalog was released this year.
Okay, so just a percentage? Yeah, that's something they can't Google. I respect that.
Yeah. I mean, it would require them to do. I mean, they could try and like math it out, but
that math is not safe.
That math is not safe. And the amount of like effort, it's like, Jesus Christ, man! If you want a fucking $10 gift card, like, I'll just give you one. You know, if you want it that bad, you know.
Well, no, it's not about the card, Brian. It's about the recognition. It's about us.
Bored. So yeah, 43 yesterday. What do we have today? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, 9. We've got 9 today. First up, we have The Mercenary Rise. Heads up, English language is not supported.
Oh, God.
It tells the story of Stephen Gray, who inherited his father's legacy and managed the Mercenary Corps. So this appears to be a game where, like, all of the, like, about this game and all the game descriptions and all that stuff, all this stuff is, like, in English, and it's frankly in better English than about half of the games that we look at. But, like, it looks like the developer, who is a Chinese dev, selected English language not supported when they put this game up. So I guess they're like lowering expectations of the quality of the English language in the game. Like, I'm looking at some screenshots of the game that are in fucking English. I'm like, okay, all right, whatever. The Mercenary Rise.
Damn, Brian, maybe you should send that dev a message. Tell them they put in the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Maybe you should send that dev a message and tell them that their English is better than yours and you're a native speaker.
Ooh, I don't want all that.
Next up is low poly 3D art paint by number.
Oh,
no,
God.
thank you.
No,
wait,
thanks.
hold on. Before we go, graphics requirement, just real quick.
Nothing ridiculous.
Okay, cool. I'm out.
I hear you. Next up is Project Rip.
Like, I ripped this project from someone else's game?
As in, rip in peace.
Oh.
As in rest in pieces. Rest in pepperonis, everyone.
Welcome to Project Rip. Control AI-driven agents in the battle against hordes of demons. Show your skills on the battlefield and on the global leaderboards.
But they're AI controlled. How much of my skills can really matter here?
I don't even know. This is some... It's like somebody made a package on the Unreal Engine store called Pretty Much Assets for the Modern Doom Games. And put it out.
All right.
Next up is Sister Adventure.
Nope.
I do not trust that.
What's the art style on this one?
Is it
Is it
anime,
weeb?
Brian?
Is it weeb?
It is. It looks like it's shitty pixel art.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I know. I saw Sister Adventure and I thought this was going to be a bad thing too.
I mean, I'm still not convinced it's not a bad thing.
Same.
I think it'll probably be a bad thing, but not in the way that was the nightmare option.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that that's a nightmare, but you know.
Wait a minute. Tegan?
Guys, Brian, read the description, please.
All right. Tegan just voiced a very, like, bad and weird Pornhub opinion, and I don't have the energy to fight that. sister adventure.
I mean, it could be two sisters going on an adventure, not like...
True. Brian, what's going on with Sister Adventure?
A platform game with elements of puzzles, overcoming various traps, collecting keys, and opening chests.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I guess we're just monsters. That's fine.
We're the monsters.
I can live with that.
Happy Halloween, we're the monsters.
Oh, man. What was it?
The game has elements of clothing and weapons that you can
No.
equip on your...
Whoop! Talk, Brian!
Wait, they're equipable?
Yes.
Wait.
It seems to be in that Mario kind of way.
Oh, okay.
Like, where you pick up the fire flower
We
and now
keep
you're wearing
freaking jumping. We keep jumping the gun.
We're still monsters here, yeah.
Yeah, so like in the same way that you pick up the flower and now you're wearing the fire pants, you know, it's that kind of thing.
Okay.
Enjoy big monsters, guys. Next up is The Fog. Explore the land, collecting lanterns in a desperate attempt to survive the thick, evil fog in this atmospheric platformer.
Limbo?
Something between like Limbo and like Crystal Chronicles.
This game very much looks like it would like to be a serious game, which is kind of like sweet and cute in this way. Like this honestly looks like a sincere attempt to make an arty game.
Mom said it's my turn to be a serious game.
And it's not in that, like, I just bought a bunch of assets and I've now written a description about how I'm alone, like, which we've also seen on this show.
I always feel bad for those.
Yeah, like, this is the story of, like, what happens when your girlfriend dumps you and then you know, buy some assets.
Man, like, I'm okay with, like, girlfriend dumped you games. Like, I mean, a lot of them are played out. But, like, they just need to be better. Like, fuck.
Jesus Christ, like, honestly, girlfriend dumped you games peaked with fucking Braid by Jonathan Blow. Like,
that was actually incredible, though. Like, fuck.
Yeah, and that, I guess that's what I'm saying, is that, like...
Hadn't had it go since, like, 2008 or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, is that, like, alright, guys, like, honestly, unless you can give me better than Blow, I don't want to see your girlfriend dumped you game. Oh, I'm sorry, I just said Blow. Braid, anyway.
Yeah, you said better than Blow, which is still good.
Like, unless you can top Braid, just stop. Like, I don't want to hear about how, like, you know, like, her hair is soft and she smells like cinnamon. Just, like, fuck off. Stop.
Get out of here.
Next up is untranslated Chinese title.
Sure.
My favorite game.
It's apparently the name of this game is New Giant Business.
Oh shit, let's go!
Oh, it is a large online multiplayer game that integrates RPG, RTS, architecture, business, and other elements.
Yo, I'm kind of fucking down. Like, tell me about this game, Brian.
Game stories are mainly about players trading between continents in the role of businessmen. Buy low, sell high. Invest in business activities.
I am an international businessman, and I am late for my international business meeting.
And honestly, this looks like a bunch of fucking cavemen buying and selling goods and then raiding together.
Yo, dude, let's go.
Okay, that doesn't sound so bad.
Brian, let's play this business rating MMO. We'll get MBAs. That'll be our class spec. Wait, can I spec into data analyst to data scientist? Like.
Can I spec into HR?
Never spec into data scientist.
Wait, can I actually spec into data scientist? I'm fucking around.
Like, this is a screenshot of this video game.
Oh shit, let's go! Brian, are you in or are you in, though?
This game is $2.99. It does not support the English language.
I'm learning Mandarin, whatever. We'll learn Mandarin together, Brian. It'll be great.
We'll all learn Mandarin. It'll be fun.
There are 3 forces in the game. Dongying, Western Region, and Nordic.
Sure. I mean, there's more countries. Hopefully we'll get, like, actual South Asia later.
Yeah.
No, just Ying. Only Ying.
Only Ying. No Yang.
Next up is Hello Neighbor Alpha 1.
Wait.
What?
Wait. I know that game. Brian, why do I know that game? Hello Neighbor? Is that the one where
Yeah.
you're like...
Hello Neighbor's like your neighbor's like a fucking serial killer or something. His wife's locked in the basement and shit, and you have to break into his house and see what's up.
Yeah. Is that what this is, Brian?
Yeah,
What are the visual requirements for this Hello Neighbor?
No, I mean, looks like this is the original Hello Neighbor. From Tiny Build.
Is this also released by Tiny
Build? The one
Build?
with the mustache neighbor.
Yeah.
And...
Are they just ripping them off on Steam?
No, I mean, like, the publisher shows as Tiny Build. Like, this is Tiny Build. They appear to have pushed an alpha of Hello Neighbor to Steam.
What?
Yeah, like... This is one of the weirdest question marks I've ever had during this segment. Like, the
This
validated...
game's already out on Switch and everything else. Like, what do you mean that there's an alpha?
I mean, hell, the game's already out on PC. Like,
right.
I don't get it.
and it's even got the link to, like, you know, like, Secret Neighbor coming out October 24th for PC. So I don't even know. I got nothing. Next up is Solaria, a first-person racing parkour platformer in which the player races against time on various tracks, find the fastest path to the goal, and take advantage of the environment. In order to improve runs as much as possible, this game looks fun as shit. Like, this looks cool. I like the aesthetic. It comes with a fucking built-in map editor, so that way you don't have to do, like, Steam Workshop. Man, oh god, what was the name of that, like, parkour game that was on Xbox 360 and everyone was like, please, can we have a sequel? And then, like, nobody bought the sequel. Mirror's Edge.
Oh, yeah. Wait, did that come out on PS4?
Well, you're thinking of the Mirror's Edge sequel.
Oh.
Yeah, the thing that nobody bought.
Mirror's Edge is also on PS4, though.
Okay.
Mirror's Edge was on PS3.
Okay.
Yeah, the Mirror's Edge sequel was on PS4 and Xbox One, respectively.
Okay. It was cross-platform. That's cool.
Yeah. Oh my god. Like, this is... Huh. But this looks cool. Like, it's got, like, a really clean aesthetic. It moves super fast, which is kind of what you need for stuff like this. Mm-hmm. And also, like, it's very, very easy when stuff, moves super fast to start to look bad and, like have droppy frames and so on. But, good on them. I have just refreshed. There is another one, so we have 2 left. So we're up to 10 for the day. Next up is Tower Hunter Urza's Trial. This looks like another platformer. It's kind of got itself like an anime look to it. You definitely have yourself an anime protagonist.
Like, as in, like, hair up to the sky, or like...
Yeah, as in hair up to the sky, but the actual, like, look of the game kind of reminds me of, like, the Trine games. And there looks like, oh, yep, that looks like some dashing. That looks like anime dashing. Oh, there's anime swords.
When you say anime dashing, do you really mean Naruto running? Because that's animatist.
I mean, like, they push themselves forward and there's, like, the immediate, like explosion cloud behind them of, like, I move forward with such great propulsive speed. Like,
oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. Typical anime dashing, then.
Yes.
Got it.
There's outfits. Yep. This is some anime bullshit.
I love me some anime bullshit. Can I see this? Will you send me a picture?
I will go ahead and provide the link to the listing. I'm so used to everything that we do on the segment just being a nightmare. And, like, the parkour game looked good, and this looks good. Which I guess makes sense.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, see, it doesn't look bad.
Yeah, you're right.
Which is out of character for this segment. Which means I guess I'm glad that we're going to get back on brand with our final game. Captain Fly and Sexy Students.
I don't wanna.
God damn it.
22-year-old sexy students and a fly captain.
Sure.
He is free as, well, fly. And he can get wherever he wants.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Nobody expects a guest like him to be a superhero, so he can do anything he wants. What fly loves the most? Pooh, of course. Gather stinky treasure to recharge Captain's greatest ability.
No. I'm out.
Tegan.
I'm out.
Gather stinky treasure.
Absolutely not.
To recharge
Absolutely not. I refuse.
To recharge the Captain's greatest ability, penetrating eyesight.
Oh, God, no. It got worse.
Go ahead and inspect every nook and cranny of the building. Remember to feed Hero with moldy food to refuel his energy and vitality on this exciting journey. Fly the Captain around buildings, and after collecting the right amount of poo, use your super eyes to see through clothes. Are y'all familiar with the PS2 game Mr. Mosquito?
Yes.
No, I'm not. And don't make me. I don't want to know.
No, Mr. Mosquito was a game that was kind of like thirsty in a cute way. Because it wasn't like 100%. Like, Mr. Mosquito was horny, but not on main.
Okay.
And like, you spend a lot of your time in the game, like, fucking with the dad, and like, you're like, I'm gonna fuck with the dad, I'm gonna fuck with the mom. And so, like, it wasn't, like, the game wasn't like horny constantly. And, like, what the game asked you to do was actually pretty cool. It was, like, a stealth game where you would have to land on the people in the various levels and drink blood. And so there was this whole, like, stealth component of, like, flying close enough to them to, like, land and not getting seen. And how much blood can you drink before you get felt. Like, Mr. Mosquito, like, had a challenging gameplay component that combined, like, flying with stealth. And then also had some like weird combat mechanics in case you got spotted. This game appears to be full-on Mr. Mosquito, but super duper mega horny. It has listed features, which are collecting poo, collecting food, using penetrating eyesight Captain Fly, and then lastly, naked girls.
So, someone, somewhere, presumably on Steam, not at a major company, but they decided, what if, like, Mr. Mosquito, but hornier?
Yeah, like, friends, Mr. Mosquito was the right level of horny. Just, I'm looking at this game, and it is the most fucking anime horny. This is super duper anime horny.
Alright.
And it's just this fucking fly. Like, I'm looking at this screenshot of a fly, and he's just hanging out. And then there's like two women in frame who are just like full ass, completely fucking butt naked. And, oh wait, no, she's not full ass, completely butt naked. She's got on knee-high boots and sexy opera gloves, because that's how the world works.
Jesus Christ.
But despite this outfit, she's also like this anime-ass anime girl. Yeah, so...
I'm so tired. I'm exhausted.
Well, I'm glad that 4chan's Game of the Year came out.
Ah, man.
Like, I the thing is that, like, there's a few screenshots here and there that show that, like, if this person wasn't, like, a lazy degenerate, that this could have been a video game. Like, there's a shot of, like, a fly, and he's just, like, resting, sneaking in a gymnasium. And he's like, I'm just over here sneaking. And the two girls pictured in the distance on the screenshot aren't completely fucking naked. And I'm like, look at that! You're a little fly! It would just, like... But the thing is that, like, I guess because this person couldn't figure out how to thread the needle on, like, a stealth attack mechanic. Like, you know what other game is pretty much Mr. Mosquito? That we actually talked about earlier on the show? Fucking Gun Pixies. Gun Pixies is pretty much Mr. Mosquito. Only, like, that game is so horny on main that they're like, oh shit, we can't even have you be a mosquito. Like, what if you're a little sexy girl shooting larger sexy girls?
Oh my god. Yeah.
But at least Gun Pixies still try to incorporate a stealth mechanic into the game as, like, a primary focus. So, I don't know. Fuck them. Rocky, take us home.
Hey, everyone. In case you weren't aware, this is our show. It's called Impossible Coin. We do it every week. If you liked what you heard, or even if you didn't, we'd appreciate if you told us how you felt. Tell us how you really feel. Please leave us a review. Wherever you found the podcast is fine, whether that be on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, or Spotify. There's also music at the beginning and middle of this podcast. The beginning and end was produced by our friend Big Soch. You can find his work at soundcloud.com/BigSochNJ. Or you can find him on Twitter at Hillary_Swank. The music in the middle of our podcast is produced by KevInNA. You can find him on Spotify at KevInNA or on Twitter at LordFatBoyFresco. Our logo and t-shirt was created by Lauren Moran. You can find her on Twitter at Lauren Moran and consider throwing a couple bucks at her Patreon because she deserves it and she constantly puts out good shit. We are on social media. Brian's usually on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. Tegan's on Tumblr. It's all Impossible Coin. No spaces or any funny business. And, drop us a line if you want to talk to us directly. And that's us. It's Impossible Coin.
No lies detected. Ramon Saiso, I'm coming for you. Peace.